and the whole army of randoms trying to stop you, trying to be better than you, trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Prime League studio, sponsored by SteelSeries. I'm Hyperflop, and tonight we're gonna have some incredible games coming up here, because we are on the last bit of games here when it comes to the Swedish league and every entirety of this league, pretty much. And looking from the stats here, X-Gamer sitting at the top with Lil Mix and Lemon Dogs followed up. And from looking at the stats right now is kind of interesting to watch, because the first place spot is still up for grabs when you think about it. Lemon Dogs has a chance, Lil Mix has a chance to just get in there and take the top spot away from X-Gamer. But the only way that's gonna happen is if Lil Mix goes in, takes the win against X-Gamer tonight, which is gonna be a second game tonight, and then Lemon Dogs takes another win right here in the first game we have today against Project 8, which seems very likely since Project 8 is sitting down at 7th place, if I'm not mistaken. We just looked at it. I was mostly focused on the top 3 spots here, because they are the most interesting ones. Because, yeah, looking at this, Project 8 sitting at 6th place here at 4-4. So right now they don't really seem to have a chance to get in there and take the top spot away from anybody right now. So from what I can see, it's all down to Lil Mix taking the win against X-Gamer here tonight. So that is definitely going to be the bang of the match, because they're both going to be sitting at 8-1, and that is all coming down to round difference. Because after that, they have played all the matches they need to play. But Lemon Dog still has like 2 other matches to be played, honestly. So they still have another chance to get in there. And it all comes down to round difference at the end of the day. So that is super interesting to see the Swedish League and how they're going to go around this. But first of all, we do have Lemon Dogs against Project 8. Sorry, my throat is a little sore today. So I might sound a little weird. So you guys gotta bear with me here, because I was casting League for the first time yesterday for like 5 hours or something like that, where I just tried that for the first time. So that my throat is a little sore today, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best here. Kind of weird being on the opposite side here and talking about another game than Counter-Strike usually here. And we have a few clips here from last week, just random clips here, but they were super interesting last week too, because this is the Wizard game, which was quite interesting how it got played, actually. And I had pretty high hopes for Wizards, because it was like they had kind of like control all over, but it just, I don't know, it was a weird one when you look at it too, because like it went all over the place. Not everybody had the full momentum. It kind of just like almost got super close at one point, and then they just took over too. But super clean plays here, because Nuke is kind of interesting, because you can do so much. You can go back and forward in between sides every now and then. Like, you can go up or you can go lower. It all depends on, like, okay, how do we play this, right? And the up here is just like, it was so dominating too. And this beautiful flank coming up here. But just really just helped them out a lot. Wrong gun at the end of the day. Oh yeah. This one too, like, spray down. Take it slow, and then peeked into that one. Got the kill in band and just chilling at the bottom of the stairs. He didn't manage to get up the third frag either, so that kind of sucked, but they won the round, and that is pretty much it. Oh. The thing is, actually, with the last clip we just saw there, that was actually a 3K wild flashed, but we are experiencing some server issues. From what I've been told, so we are gonna cut to a short break, but as soon as they are fixed, we are getting right back into it with the first match of the day. I'm sorry 48 technical difficulties, but we are working on it, guys. So I catch you guys just in a short bit, okay? Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the little break we had, the little hiccup, but the servers are restarted. They are looking way better now, and the players are slowly getting onto the server here and getting ready as I'm speaking right now. And it's going to be on Inferno, which is going to be one of my favorite maps ever to be shown or being played, in my opinion. It is one of the most interesting, the most utility-heavy map where everything comes down to who has the better utility usage. And we point this out every single time, but it is so true. And we see the teams improving over and over and over how to play the map and doing better things on it and seeing how they're gonna perform every now and then, right? But we are slowly getting over into a knife round, so I'm gonna throw it over to our beautiful casters. Exner and Orbital, take it away.
All right, thank you so much. We are here excited to bring you some more CSGO action. Of course, we have 3 fantastic games lined up for you here in the Swedish League, and we are excited to see what the outcomes will be. My name is Orbital. With me is Exner, and we'll be bringing you the games here today. Exner, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, so actually we are having a little bit of a sound issue. So for right now, I'm going to monologue. Exner's going to pantomime for us a little bit, give us some really, really good hand gestures. It looks like we're going to have some fun here. So again, though, as you have heard, we will be having Project 8 Esports versus Lemon Dogs to kick things off. Lemon Dogs, of course, on a hot streak, 6-1 currently, challenging for the very top spot. Taking a look at the other side, though, Project 8 Esports are having a little bit of an issue. They're about 4-4 right now, so right in the middle of the pack, and kind of wondering about where they're going to go from there. So there's a lot of question marks up here for this game. It could be Lemon Dogs absolutely taking off here, or it could be the side of Project 8 Esports kind of slowing things down, letting the big dogs know that, hey, there's another team in play here. Later on in the day, we will have a few more here. X Gamer versus Lil Mix, which is, of course, going to be kind of the highlight match of the day. That one's between the first and second place teams, respectively. And I'm sure that Hyperflop was telling you all about it. But for me, it's especially challenging because, of course, this is the last week. This is the, I want to say, last day of regular matches. This is where we're going to see all these teams kind of break out in kind of their song and dance of maybe what they've been hiding in their back pockets, you know, waiting to see what they can bring out, you know, if they need to bring out their surprise, you know, I want to say macro game or their strategies that they've been trying to hide for a majority of the season. So that's going to be really, really fun. Finally, it'll be Granite Gaming versus a Dive. And of course, with those two, Granite Gaming sitting at 5-2 in 4th place, and a Dive sitting at 4-4 as well. There's always some of those question marks around. That's actually going to be one of our closer games as well. Those two vying for a spot, you know, right around 4th through 6th. So it'll be very, very fun as well. Let's go ahead, take a look. I wonder, let's take a look. I think, Exner, are you with us here?
I'm back. I can hear you.
I hear you too.
All of the, I heard you run through all of the playoff contentions there, and all of the underlinings of these matchups and importance. So I'm very excited to see who's going to come out on top, and I think that this will give us a good understanding of how we're going to shape up in playoffs.
Yeah, and I feel bad for anyone that had to listen to my monologue. I do apologize, but we got it all fixed. Everyone's set to go, right? We should be okay. But Exner, taking a look at this map, as we were talking about, it is Inferno, of course, but Lemon Dogs coming out here, 6-1. I mean, they're a team that has a storied past in esports, and I gotta ask, you know, do you think they're gonna drop here? I mean, they're 6-1, they're on a run. Project 8 do need a win to kind of distinguish themselves from the pack. Do you think it's gonna be against Lemon Dogs? Do you think, on the other side, that Lemon Dogs should be able to take this and move to 7-1?
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very possible. I think the issue with that is that it's all the pressure lying on Lemon Dogs here. You know, Project 8, they're trying to maybe play spoiler more than anything, and Lemon Dogs here on the other end of things, it's a lot of pressure trying to move in towards a nice playoff spot. You can see there's no pressure on Zolos' back solo towards B, alone and fighting comfortable with the damage he's done already. And, oh, that's a beautiful boiler look, though, from Volt.
Nice little frags so far, just peeking out here, and of course it is Project 8 on that T side, and they're going to have to dance their way to a somewhat steady first round if they can. Currently, they're still pinned in their default locations. That first pick on a Hansel was the one to kind of give them a little bit of a peek, but oh, the little hide inside of the cubby. That is going to be Spaden taking one home, and that's going to put it into a 4-on-3. Again, plenty of time to work with, though. as the Lemon Dogs are kind of jockeying for position.
It's very, very slow about this when they cut noise and are trying to work back in towards that A side of things. Where you can see it's a lot of defense, but Tim CK with limited HP. They're going to make their way through the smoke. Surely not. It's a bold play and good for 1 kill. There's still 1 more player as well sticking about. That's AB in the pit. Needs to find another. Not quite. It puts it into a 1v2 situation. Bomb needs to be recovered here. They're going to be able to do so with 15 seconds. Oh my god, it jumped on top of the roof. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's one of the rougher positions because now you're forced into taking this. But King had 1 HP left at that first shot, so a second dink through the wall is going to take it home. Still, you pointed it out. That was a very rough position to be in. I don't think I've ever seen a bomb as it was getting knocked off someone jump up to the top. So that is that almost played spoiler to the T's getting that first round.
It really did. I mean, that could have been a disaster for Project 8, or rather, yeah, that would have been a disaster for Project 8 if they would have given that one up because of a bit of misfortune right there. They still recover though, luckily enough, with that clever boost, quick about it.
Yep, very, very smart. If it were only one person, it'd be much more difficult to get, and might have seen a very different first round. But of course, sitting here, Project 8 sitting on the weapons pretty. And of course, with that first round, you are wondering, you know, are they going to push fast? Are they going to push slow? And so far, they're looking like Banana is going to be the call. Zealous, though, going to be trying to play spoiler here. Everyone is kind of lined up, but you got to hit those first shots. And Reed says, you pay the price. Good first shot. And now King is going to hide again. That's going to be 3. Can't get more than that. That's going to be a 1 frag to 2 in favor of Project 8.
Site fully compromised as well. At some point, you got to consider a save in a 4v3 with limited weaponry. I think they're going to hang around for a little bit and try and force some mistakes, maybe drop a few weapons, but for the most part, nothing should go their way unless Project 8 get a little greedy here. No. Can't blame Spade in right there. Just a complete destruction coming through, and that might entice him further into this retake. They're all hanging pretty passively, though, and I think even Turbo's going to take a few pop shots and give this one up. Nicely done from Project 8 to gather a second. Can they make the cross back? It's pretty pricey here. Another kill would be nice, and they even find it so much, and that gun might even bounce back to Turbo.
I mean, I think Lemon Dogs will actually be happy about that. You knock out 4 econs, and I mean, this spray right here, this blind shot is one that is just hilarious to watch. It's a little gentle flick. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're shooting, but still, that blind shot is what sent Project 8 into a little bit of a scurry, right? Oh man, we lost 1 member. Try to get out a little bit more. Still, though, right? Not allowed to stack up anything. Project 8 still sitting with 5 AKs. That is all that you need, and you're probably going to win this round as well. The question is how many are you going to lose for this round?
It shouldn't be too much considering there's only 1 defender with a scout on the A-bomb site, but they don't commit. They haven't really shown their full force just yet. Instead, it's a bit of a fake. They're rusing it out there with these smokes, and with the position held from him, this might be able to be a re-rotation back and towards that B-bomb site. The thing is, they've now stacked over 4 players towards A. They're moving all throughout the map, every which way. You can see it on your mini-map. Just so much map movement coming through from the CT side. And with this current position from King Cobra, this is pretty much all the information they need for the B stack.
Oh, all right. AB says thank you for that take. Neither A or B is going to be your chance at King Cobra hiding underneath in the sewers. Is someone going to drop down? The bomb gets dropped. Oh, and no one peeked. No one peeked. That is going to be King Cobra trying to take one. Is able to do it. AB takes another, and this eco round just turned into hell for Project 8. They didn't sweep the sewers, and the rats have come to bite them back, but the guns are just a little bit larger, and the sweepers are out, but that's a lot of HP loss, and Lemon Dogs on this eco might have found a chance. Oh my gosh.
This is an absurd round. 2 rotators are going to meet them on the B site, so it's just going to be all out bras, and there's no CT smoke ready to go. This is going to be so good. Missed shot, though. Oh, my God. That's a disaster. Them missing that scout shell, it's going to put them in a bad situation. Bomb being planted. Now it's just going to be a clothesline swing from Spade and to get Project 8 a round that they never should have won, considering they were in a 4v2.
Yeah, that was as close as Lemon Dogs are ever gonna get to a fantastic round like that. That was nearly the reversal that we were looking for, but of course it is going to be Project 8 taking 3 in a row, and now still no econ really built up. It is going to be Lemon Dogs fully buying out, and we get to see it is going to be the suppressed plus an open M4 and the op. So a majority weapon stake for Lemon Dogs here, as they are going to chase a little bit of an up and up. That is going to be Hansel taking 2 down, 1 through the wall. Project 8 have a huge opening here on the B.
That's fully clear right there. No CT smoke yet. They finally get it down, but it might be a little too late. Not even done yet. Flashbang through the smoke here. They're going to boost him up. Boosting the AWP player up is an interesting decision. It's a good one as well. As no missing being done here. And Turbo running into a wall. Doesn't realize it's a player. Turns around for the headshot onto Turbo. And it leaves just one on the B site. Coffins. How did it come to this once again? These rounds are so crazy.
They shouldn't end like this. Like, what do we see? This is only the first 4 rounds. This is I feel normally reserved for like the last 4 or 5 rounds of the game where everyone's scrambling, right? This is not supposed to be openers. This is supposed to be just for fun. Come on, just take it slow, build up the rounds. Don't give us heart attacks in the first few rounds. And it is going to be Hems. He's going to try and look again with the pistol in hand. Might be able to get away with it. Takes 2 straight to Zub's dome there. It's going to be an easy take, or is he going to go for this? No, he's not, obviously. That is going to be just checking the Phantom Bomb over by the Goldfish Pond. Maybe able to take 1 more with him, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So Hems is going to be able to take the op into the next round with Voltic on 6 HP. It is going to be 4 straight for Project 8.
That's a really nice round there, and honestly great attempt coming through from him. So as you can see, so much damage delivered from him through the smoke, through everything it seems, and still couldn't quite close it out, as a lot went wrong there for Lemon Dogs. Might be a bit of pressure again. I kind of talked about it here. All the pressure's on the shoulders of Lemon Dogs. Project 8, you know, Inferno is one of their more comfortable maps. They really like to play this one, and so you can see it. You know, they are feeling free, winning a lot of these duels. They're, you know, winning some crazy rounds that might get in Lemon Dog's heads in the early stages, and this could just be another one of those strong starts continued.
Yeah, and the question, I think, as we do see Project 8 go ahead and take a 5th, the question is, how does this play into the mentality of Lemon Dogs, right? As a team that's 6-1, you said all the weight's on them. To have a start like 0-5, do you think this is going to be kind of that shattering point? Is there a point where you feel like Lemon Dogs just have kind of lost control of the game, or do you see this as, no matter what, it's CSGO, you can always come back?
Yeah, they're definitely comebackable. A lot of these rounds have pretty much been won by Lemon Dogs. They just struggle to close out. I mean, if you take a look at that 4v2 that they had, even that 2 rounds prior, that first gun round that we saw, Lemon Dogs probably should have won that. I think there was some very unfortunate, you know, misses. And again, you could attribute that to a bit of pressure. All they need to do is shake some of those early game jitters off of themselves and bounce right back here. Very possible. It's right now very slow, much different than what we've seen in previous rounds for Project 8.
Yeah, Hems put a toe in the fire, and the fire bit back for 15. You don't enjoy that. You don't enjoy playing with fire too much. But of course, it is only going to be 15 as Reed's Dome Zealous. AB takes out Zubs, and Spade and follows up with AB through the smoke. So a quick exchange once again sets Lemon Dogs back on one of their buy rounds. That is the thing that we do have to keep in mind. This is again a full purchase round for Lemon Dogs, and they are losing it. So Project 8 seem to have a very good handle on this game thus far. Putting yourself at 6 would be a huge win against one of the top dogs moving into the playoff week.
Yeah, this is incredible here, and Project 8 have the perfect read. It's only 1 to defend this A bomb site. On top of the box, that Molly isn't going to cut it, but the shots will. That is incredible right there. It's going to be Project 8 just securing themselves a 6th round right here, and a save coming through from Lemon Dogs.
And Project 8 just feels so smooth with it right now, right? Spaden and Hansel have been the two that have kind of lit up our feed so far. Spaden with 10, which is about 2 kills per round. I just want to point that out. That is crazy to have here in the opening stages. He has done so well for himself, and off the back of that, the rest of the team has really capitalized, right? We're seeing everyone aside from that sitting at 4 or 3. And that just means it really feels like everyone is really pulling the weight, right? No one's really falling behind. No one's having a rough time. It's everyone playing to a decent extent, and then Spaden kind of leading that charge.
Yeah, I mean, this is incredible. And a lot of the openers that they've found from Spaden and the way they're able to work some of these man advantage situations is so hard for Lemon Dogs to find a way back into. I mean, you can see it struggling very much so. Going to be a good gun round coming through, though. Lemon Dogs, that's the silver lining. They need to get these rounds activated because we talked about the point in which this game can become beyond repair, and it's not there yet at all, but it could be shortly if they cannot find anything gathered just yet. Look at the boldness coming through. Reads through the smoke. Okay, right into the flames, though. I think that was 100-0 with the Molotov and a freebie given over. This could be a great start to Lemon Dogs.
Yeah, sometimes it's all you need is just a little bit of luck, that one little chance. And of course, that Molly kill was definitely one, especially since it was the Opera, right? That was a large chunk of econ that Reeds was hanging on to, and you didn't get to use any of it. Not even nades, I believe. That was also the rough part. But we do see a little bit of a lead into this A site. Gonna flank around Arch. Zealous might have been spotted, at least an arm. As they're going to peek, but they're going to retract. A couple nades go out. They are going to chance a peek with the smokes. Project 8 still wondering where they really want to aggress.
Jamming through the smoke is so very close. Zealous running out of the clips, but he has a teammate on top of the balcony. Good for 2. There's one towards Fit. A beautiful setup over towards the A-bomb site, and it's going to be a complete collapse so far. There's a 1 kill delivered back. That nade will do as... Oh, what HP. Walking away. How on earth are you still alive? And Hansel not alive for much longer. Lemon Dogs grab a first. My goodness.
AB was hiding behind a potted plant. That's what it was. The potted plant staved off death. But still, fantastic to be able to carry over. I think it was 4 that round, so Lemon Dogs, again, off of that really, and we have to say lucky, Molly kill. I think Reeds was running into a wall at that time, and that was the rough part, so Reeds unfortunately falling there. Won't happen again, I'm sure. It will be Lemon Dogs having to take all 5 out equally. For this start, again, it is a little bit deeper push on this A side. It feels like Project 8 have decided that A is their best chance, B is no longer viable, but AB is ready to shut him down. Spaden is going to fall, AB takes 1. And they're already on the site, they're in, Hansel takes 1, can he get a second? No, Turbo and AB go ahead and follow with 2 more. And just like that, it's a 4v2. Project 8 looking like they are getting stalled out here. It seems Lemon Dogs have finally found their footing.
Yeah, that's 2 strung together, and a lot of those rounds that have come so very close are now leaving Project 8 left to pay their debts here, and certainly not too rich to do so. Probably gonna have to go for a save, and this is the start that Lemon Dogs need. They need to bounce back here by toppling that economy of Project 8. That's exactly the way they can get back into this game. Seems like they've shaked off a bit of those nerves and are hitting some cleaner shots as well. So we're going to see some aggression. Oh, that's risky, but Ems seems so very confident with the AWP. It's going to be a haul pop, it seems. Just through the flames, everyone goes. But no commitments being made just yet to the duels.
Yeah, everyone went up, saw the fire, and said, you know, maybe an apartment on fire is not the best place for us to be. The question, though, now comes is that King Cobra is actually stuck in this tight corner. There's going to be a couple more, and the spray down of only 1 as Zubs is able to check. Takes the head off. Zealous is able to take 1 as well, and it's down to a 3-on-3, but the HP bar is not working in Project 8's favor.
Should be very fun for Turbo here, and that's exactly the case so far. Helped out as well. And there you go. It's a closer being made. Nice trading towards Banana for the pistol players of Project 8, I will say. They able to go 1 for 1 2 times in a row with such low HP is quite impressive, as the weapons will come out once again. Project 8 really hoping for a bomb plant in that last one, but take the frags they got.
This is it's starting to look like Lemon Dog's just saying, hey, we gave you a 6-round head start, now see if you can finish it off. We are going to open up with a little bit of mid-play, though, as Project A are taking this one even more cautiously than the others, right? Instead of a default play towards B and A, we are seeing a very low-end 4-man, 3, over towards that B site, and it looks like King Cobra is going to be the first casualty. Hansel, once again, one of the players that we've really kept our eye on, is going to finish that one off. Spaden possibly to follow. As, again, they only have one so far with a minute left. Plenty of time to play around either site.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to work that clock as well. They're going to try and cause some chaos on Lemon Dog's rotations, and that's exactly what they're hoping to do. Retake utility, though, towards Bananas is very promising. They're going to gather some information. You can see that Zelos is pushing all the way down control of Banana. Right back at it. They take it right back away from Lemon Dog. So good back and forth here. You can see the push and pull of these two teams and the vie for this critical bit of map control.
And the lineups are good. They go ahead and smoke out a majority of those areas, and that's going to call a little bit of a flick in. Again, tucked into the corner is Zelos. No one's going to find him. Hems is going to go ahead, take out one. Hems is now going to fall. Zelos, wondering who's jumping up against him, takes one and subs. Immediately spots that one out. Is going to clear that corner. Now in a 3v2. Project A don't want to allow any more rounds to fall in the Lemon Dog's pocket. AB is going to spray through a very, very vulnerable glass wall. And Turbo and AB gonna take their chances here. They do have plenty of econ stacked up to try and take this fight and still buy into the next round. The question is, how do they want to approach this? Down goes Turbo. Maybe is gonna be the last one. Is able to take one. Nice snap onto the head. Follow through on another. Nope. Spaden is gonna find it straight through the coffin, and that should be the finisher. Project 8 take a 7th in a fairly decent round. Lemon Dogs 4 away from tying things up.
Yeah, again, we are seeing that once Project 8, they find some of those openers, it does look like they close it out pretty well. The execution and playing just a strict number of games, the trading that Project 8 are able to do is very, very solid. Inferno's super strong. I think it's their home map, and so I'm surprised that we even saw Lemon Dogs take it here with the bans that they have. Nice find, nice opener right there given from AB. And it's going to allow for a little bit of a retreat. No, they want more. They're not happy with that one opener. Above the smoke is going to be Hims. Nothing found just yet.
Definitely identified that there is a chance over here on B. And once again, the hard rotate coming out here. They have to do it quickly, though, as Lemon Dogs are going to watch as one of their comrades falls. The Molly is going to cut off construction a bit here. Oh, and King Cobra did not like eating a little bit of damage. Another Molly. Molly's actually traded. As Spaden is not in the fire somehow. Okay, there we go. I was like, there's no way Spaden is not getting burned here. But up above they go. Turbo is able to find one. Reeds finds an answer. It's down to a 3v3. Turbo with 17. Need to find a nice nade. Reeds eats that damage. One little snapshot. Reeds could take a blind shot and potentially hit. Shoots just a little bit left. Hemzo finds Spaden. Fall through with another. The op putting in so much work. And AB is able to finish off the last one. With a defuse kit, this should be an easy defuse, and Lemon Dogs put a 4th on the board, keeping things one there and one back, not letting a run happen here in the latter half of the first half.
My goodness, I cannot believe that. Lemon Dogs able to crack through those post plants. I feel like they got a little overzealous with that CT spawn push. And Project 8, I'm sure they realized a little bit of their mistakes. But with that bomb plant and a couple of kills, they're going to go for a buyback and try and break that economy of Lemon Dogs. Try and solidify themselves a bit of healthy lead. Oh. That's so lovely, though. Look at that from Hims. What a shot to find.
Feels good every time with that op. I think Hems has had 2 or 3 openers now that have been that good, and for a team that was behind, it's really given them a boost of confidence here. So Project 8 now stacking over towards A with the lurker behind. They're going to try and take their chance. Turbo is going to find one. Voltic is going to return, but the pit play is better. AB takes it home. Hems finds Voltic. It's all down to Reeds. The lurker from behind is now all alone. You're going to lurk your last here in this 12th round. Can you at least take someone home? No, you can't. King Cobra finishes off the round.
And look at this shot. Hims is everywhere on the map as well. Finding openers in both directions. Finding closers as well if you take a look at 2 rounds prior. He is lights out at the moment. And just when you think maybe he's still over towards B, he's on A helping out with the defense as well, helping out with the execution. He's everywhere it seems, and it is very, very rough for Project 8 to try and crack through. Back towards the B side aggression. Oh, that's a little bit too much of a flick there for sure, and he will go down. The aggression continues there. It's a 1-for-1 trade all throughout the map. Actually, it's a more there given over, and well, now it's just one alive here for Project 8. They recover quickly, Lemon Dogs, and now they're almost at a tied scoreline.
Yeah. So well played and so smart. And again, this is also, I want to say Lemon Dogs playing it well in the early stages as well. The rounds that they lost were not definitive, 5-0s. They weren't, the entirety of the T staying alive. It was Project 8 always losing members, always losing a person, sometimes even 4 at that point, and that caused them to have a lot of econ issues. And that first pick is able to take one. Zubs takes Hems in the fire, though.
It's traded back and forth here, but still it's a man advantage given over off of that aggressive Halls push, and it becomes a bit awkward right now. They're left in a really rough situation. Surely they won't think there's anyone here as well, with Zelos inside of the flames, but not quite spreading enough. AB as well. Adam, that is going to find himself a kill over towards the A side of things, and you do kind of think that this is lining up to be a tied scoreline.
If it doesn't go to a tied score, I'd be very, very surprised. Project 8 would need to find some amazing kills and have that 6th or 7th sense. A little bit of a weapon swap should kind of be heard, as both Project 8 members are going to swing around and wide. But Zealous gets a free spray down, and Retribution is in the hands of Zealous, as that'll be Lemon Dogs putting up a 7th and forcing Project 8 once again into a potential save. No, they are going to buy out. I think it will only be Spaden and Hans who will be completely zeroed out here. Or not. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty decent investment coming through. But look at this. A statement being made from Lemon Dogs as they move down middle. They're just looking to take the round into the palm of their hands. Another opening frag, and Hims even leg shots the other. So it's easy pickings for Adam B. Hims is in apartments as well. Okay, he does go down. He oftentimes is going to go a little bit over aggressive. He's feeling confident, and you can see it right now. It's Zubs though, fighting up against the wall, and nothing quite found out. Volt as well around the corner. Nice angle being held. 1v3 is a bit workable here, especially as he makes it into a 1v2. Has to worry about this apartment flank coming right behind him though.
Yeah, it seems that Lemon Dogs got a little bit too antsy. Said, yeah, we'll take the fights, and didn't think too much of it. Now they're stuck in a 1v2, and with great positioning, though, AB seeing both sides fairly regularly. I don't think Voltic's going to get more than the 3 he was able to pick up, or the 2 he was able to pick up. Unless he swings right, that is going to be the question. Looked in.
Oh my goodness.
All right. This is doable now. Voltic with 3 and AB on 56.
Oh, man. And it's such a good angle here. And Volt is in such an advantage compared to what AB's holding. And AB gives up the angle.
No.
Going to have an open and clear B bomb site, but he might choose A. It's the wrong decision, but backs are turned at him. You have to turn around here. Volt is going to have that jump on. He wins the clutch. Project 8 get the half victory. What a 1v4 from Volt.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that was strung together. Are you kidding me? Voltic the clutch to go ahead and give yourself a round. You know what? Lemon Dogs came back with a vengeance, but Project 8 still come out with 8 rounds to the half. You're going to be happy about that. You're going to be happy that you were able to take that final round and not allow Lemon Dogs to go in to that second half with a huge stretch of a win. So Project 8, go ahead, open up with 1 as Reeds finds a head to Hems.
Nice start there to try and solidify this. Project 8 holding down Banana as well. 3 players stacked over in this direction, and so neither side a solid option. It's a 2v3 if they hit towards A, and this pit balcony setup so very lethal here. Reeds has the long range angle, and Turbo is such a difficult fight. Might win it, though. He does. There's still one in Big Pit, though. Zubs is going to collect a frag here. Needs to close the distance or at least buy time, and not able to do so. Has just bought enough. Spaden catches the back's turn, and now it's King Cobra, who has somehow bought a deagle or has gotten dropped a deagle into his hands. Enough to punch in those numbers here in the 1v3, and right now at the moment, Project 8 waiting for his teammates to group up. That's an incredible deke shot, and that pretty much makes this clutch near impossible. There's not enough bullets in the chamber. They're just jumping all around, struggling to find it. Project 8 will grab themselves the 9th.
Yeah, not much you could say about that, except a good try. That's all you can say, King Cobra. Very good try. You did the best that you could with the bullets in the chamber. And as you said, Project 8 moving to a 9th so far, making their way back to what was a dominant first start, right? I believe they ran 6 rounds in a row before Lemon Dogs could even answer. Right now, Project 8 looking like they're actually worse for wear. They don't have a whole lot of weapons to their names, whereas Lemon Dogs are doing a half buy. We can see 2 SMGs and 2 rifles, so there's going to be a chance in a handbasket as Project 8 go ahead and say, yeah, don't push banana anymore, guys. Oh, that bump, though, made the HE go wide.
Oh, the other HE, though, not able to find that. And it's a crossfire in brackets, just a complete collapse. The MP9 delivers, and now it's the USB that's trying to close. He does find it. What a round right there from Project 8, punishing the force buy. Look at this crossfire as well.
Ooh, that was so pretty. So pretty to watch. And of course, right here, this little funny little jump around the corner takes 2 more to the chest. Here is the thing, though. Something that I'm very worried about is, remember, this is the exact same scenario Lemon Dogs were in the first half, right, when they were on CT side. They did this kind of half purchase every single time, and they didn't really win out. And they dropped 6 in this scenario. You cannot drop 6 again. You're already on that 4th. And, I want to say the 2nd right now. Yeah, this should be 2 so far that they won. This would be the 3rd. And with this half purchase, or with this no purchase that Lemon Dogs have currently made, it should bump up to a full buy coming in the next round if Project 8 do win this. The thing is Lemon Dogs at least want to plant, right? They want that plant money at least. So far, they haven't gotten it.
Yeah, and they're sitting at a man disadvantage as well with 4 players stacked over towards that A-bomb site. Again, we're going to walk into this massive crossfire here. Everyone has their back, and it's just going to be a total domination on the A-bomb site. At the very least, you're walking away with a kill with a nice shot from Zelos. But other than that, just the meat grinder in middle works wonders for the CT side.
Yeah. They've done so well here. We're taking a look as Project 8 are going to face down, for the first time this half, a fully equipped Lemon Dogs. Yes, a little bit light on the nades, but you're not too worried about that. Lemon Dogs is going to try and put their skills to the test and get all of the headshots, all of the body shots, whatever you want to kind of turn this around and not allow Project 8 to continue ramping up their round lead.
Yeah, and I will say it was a big factor of him's kind of rocking the AWP in the CT side, but T side opping, it becomes a whole lot more difficult. So you might have to have that same impact with a lot more of difficult maneuvers on that attacking side here. But it's a good choice for Lemon Dogs to hit this A-bomb site. I like this decision. Only 2 defenders left, and they're very, very separated, isolated from each other here. So it's mostly Zubs having to do the most of the heavy lifting in this round.
Ooh, and Hans opens up with 1, but a huge spray down from Zubs is able to find it back. So they do make it a 3v2. The 2 defenders, as you pointed out, spread, but not alone. They take down 3, and now it's on Project 8 to do this retake good. 1 in pits, 1 running back through apartments. And it will be Spaden taking the long route along with Voltic. They find Hems. They are going to peek. Hems is going to take 1. And this is Lemon Dogs put into an even 2v2.
Incredible decision making from Hems. He's able to reposition towards apartments, and it's so good. Peeking out, doesn't realize that Volt is pushed up a bit in the close range angle here. Bolt jumping down in towards Pip, but Hems just shuts it down. He knew he needed to take that round into the palm of his hands in the 2v3 retake, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, we were hyping up Spaden for so long, right, in the earlier stages for Project 8. We have not even touched on Hems. 19 frags to his name so far, 16 for Turbo, 15 for AB. These three players have led their team to what could feel like a monumental comeback if Project 8 don't decide to change things up, or maybe just start looking for a different member off the start. Voltic now going to be sent in Banana to try and fight things out.
I mean, it's just a battle for this map control here. Right now, it seems like, for the very moment, Project 8 are going to win that duel. It's a beautiful touchdown, Nate, onto King Cobra. Putting him down to 27 HP is not a fun way to go about this one. Lemon Dogs with a bit of a limp here, and even more so with Hans finding that kill.
Yep, good pick so far. Project 8 really want to try and keep pushing this again. A win here would distinguish them from the rest of the pack, but can't get around the arch fast enough. Reads was caught on the rotate. And that's the pick Lemon Dogs do need. A nice blind is going to find Spaden a frag. King Cobra flashed out of his mind.
Volt gets that smoke down as well, so CT pushing through, that's such a risk they're not willing to take here. Everyone's rotated off the A-bomb site, and they're trying to work their way in towards B. Bomb's heading back in towards A, though it seems 25 on the clock, and the decision has to be made here shortly. Lemon Dogs, where do you want to end up finishing? It's going to be in that B side of things.
That jump. Turbo is going to go ahead and sprint down along the floor. Should be a member taking a peek around the corner, and Hems is able to find Voltic. That was a lurk behind. It's going to be 3 moving up Banana. This is not what to have happen. Shots go out. Spaden is able to take one. Can't find more than that. Couple more shots. They're lined up. This is very dangerous for Project 8, but the bomb is already planted. And I think they're going to be happy about that. Lemon Dog sprinting away to try and get an obvious flank off. Are they going to find it? Turbo goes ahead, reloads, has a full clip ready to go. And Zelos finds a 1. 1 more to go. And Hans is getting danced every which way. I feel like this is Hans running away. That is what it's going to be. Back down Banana into the void of apartments.
There you go. Nice round secured right there from Lemon Dogs. It was seeming like they were going to struggle to get in towards that B side of things. But they buy time. They kind of paused the clock. They cut sound in that CT side. And, well, the over-rotation that came through from the A rotators just straight down mid through Banana, it kind of made it so that Project 8 second-guessed themselves. Nicely done coming through from Lemon Dogs. Need a whole lot more of that if they want to continue to secure this one. And now we got to rush up Banana here. They're just going to take that full control at the moment. It's the MAC-10 and Hems that's doing the MAC-10 duty of probing an individual bomb site and looking for a freebie. What he gets is a lot of damage through the smoke and an eventual kill delivered from Hans to free pick to start things off. The AK spotted now, and that's going to trigger an A-side attack with 4 players make it, all sitting ready to collapse here, and it's working so very well. It's 2 kills in, not around like this. That would be a disaster. They're turning around as well. AB is going to deliver a couple of kills and save the day, it seems at the moment. Zelos playing with fire here, sticking around towards the porch side of things instead of planting, has allowed for a rotation to arrive. We've got ourselves a 2v2 here. Zelos hanging about with an off angle here. Can't make his way towards pitch just yet. Gonna dive down, but that's been spotted. Now a dink shot goes on. Puts Zelo on notice. He has to play the headshot angle. The most important 2v2 here as AB is looking to make his way through. Catches the back stern here. Hans finds one. Hans can't find the other. And Adam's going to bail them out here. Lemon Dogs close out a 10th. Now, it's a really good buy coming through, surprisingly enough, from Project 8. They're doing well in the economic sense. So that's going to be more investments coming through here. Nice grenade to kick things off. That should do a bit of chip damage onto Hems. Put him on notice. Not a position you want to be in, especially with the player that seems so lights out with some of these opening duels. So effective at manufacturing them. And more nade damage coming through as well on the other side of the map.
And Yes, this is going to be a chance and a half. Lemon Dogs really cruising back here. Hopefully they can do it. A nice spray by Hans. Really can't find anything though because it is the smoke. You're just blind firing. And give it a shot here around the corner to go, and Hems is going to get a 3-man spray down. That is the opening you want for Lemon Dogs. Spaden is able to find a single consolation prize, but not much more.
How on earth did that just happen, Hims? There was 3 players staring you down, the flash swing as well, and you were just beating it at the perfect timing. You can't believe it. My goodness, I mean, this is curtains and another tied scoreline here. Lemon Dogs T side. He's looking like a force to be reckoned with, and Volt and Spaden want nothing to do with it.
Yeah. If there was ever a time for Lemon Dogs to be able to come back and take the lead, this would be it. Right, this would be the perfect time for them to be able to come back, take a lead, as Project 8 are currently sitting with, I don't believe, any real loss bonus in their pocket, right? They're sitting fairly even. This means that with the members that are currently zeroed out, as well as on 50, 150, yeah, they're not going to have as much unless they want to do a scuff by. Project 8 are looking a little bit worse for wear. So those 2 weapons that they have brought over are going to be very, very helpful right here. Look at this. This was a blind and a spray just right behind, and such a phenomenal play right there to give Lemon Dogs a tie.
Yeah, I mean, it's just almost inconceivable how he was able to find 3 kills right there. What a fantastic round from Hims. I talked about his impact in that first half with his op, and he shows that, you know, maybe T-side opping isn't as easy on a map like Inferno, but he can still pick up an AK and just do the damage here, and he proves it again. What an opener onto Spade. Not even a chance to shoot back at him. Molly gonna force the escape from Reeds. He's trying to run away, but you can't escape Hems. My goodness, he does it again.
Hems is just a one-man wrecking crew that completely opens up a site. The ones still lurking are going to be slowly rooted out. King Cobra is on the hunt, and Voltic is the last member still hiding out in the back of B. A minute was left on that timer. That's how little time was taken to completely overrun that site. And now Voltic hiding in the back corner. Is anyone going to spot him? He's hiding all the way in dark. Swing wide with the weapon. Voltic is able to find 1. Probably not much else. Shots go a little bit wide though. So yeah, they're able to take it out. Lemon Dogs make it 12. And for the first time this game, go ahead and take the lead.
Yeah, nice time to do so as well. Good news is Project 8 getting more investments out here with all of the saves that they have and a max loss bonus now. Plenty of money to go around for this one, and plenty of utility. Everything you could ask for in Project 8's pockets. The only thing they don't have an answer for, it seems, is the likes of Hims. They cannot find a shutdown for this one-man wrecking ball, like you said, and see if this round's any different with all the utility, with all of the damage they can do. But look at this. It's utility of Lemon Dog's zone that's really forcing them off the line.
The problem is you only found a little bit of chip damage. It wasn't really enough to stall it out, so Lemon Dogs, they were slowed down for the advances, given enough time for them to push up 1. I believe that's King Cobra making his way over to B. And now it's zoned out. This is only 1 member stuck for the T's. This is going to be a peek around. King Cobra is able to find Spaden in the back and is able to take out Voltic. So that opens up B site this time. Project 8 getting pulled every which way. And AB in the back corner, jumping down from apartments, is able to knock out another. This is only going to leave 2 alive. It looks like the spray is going to go in AB's favor. Reeds is going to find Turbo, but it's still a 1-on-4. Make it a 1-on-3. Reeds trying to pull a, I believe it was a King Cobra move here. See if they can pull it off here. No, a Voltic trying to pull a Voltic. Ooh. So far, doing okay. It's doable. It's a chance. But King Cobra says no. No ace for Reeds.
Not quite. I mean, at that point, your main mission is to just walk away with the rifle. Lemon Dog's main goal right there was to just drop it. They didn't want that A1S being carried over into this next round, no matter what the cost was. They dropped 3 guns, but there's so much in reserves that doesn't even matter here. As we get into another eco round, Lemon Dog's moving very quickly on this T side to a 16 mark.
Ooh. They actually did half buy. You can see them each drop about 1,200 to 1,300, and so that should be Project 8. For some reason, actually coming out even. That is not what you normally see here, but with one hiding down below inside of sewers, it's a little bit tough to find out. Zealous with a one-shot tap to the head. Hans with a response, and it's down to a 1v1. HP drastically different, so Hans needs to find a head if he wants to take out Zealous.
Headshot matters here, and Zealous with a perfect wide swing right there. Honestly, Hans an incredible off angle, but not quite enough to cut it. Project 8 down and a bit out, it seems, in these last couple rounds. They need to find an answer again. AWP in Reed's hand, that could be a promising sign.
And at this point, right, this feels like one of those moments where Project 8 are just kind of lost in the dust because Reeds finally finds one. These early picks have been doing pretty well for them, but again, they need more than just one. They need to find at least one more. They need to shut down this Lemon Dogs offensive. But AB this time taking a page out of Hems's book is only able to find one. Hans is the one that responded back in the pit. And that should give him enough information. Hey, there's probably about 2 or 3. That is confirmed 3, I should say. So that is going to send the other 2 of Lemon Dogs sprinting over to this B site. A nice tag means Reeds is going to fall back. Should be a plant at least. Out in the open, though. Saying, hey, anyone else can go for this if they like. Zealous up top is going to play spotter. Can't really find much more than that. Eyes open, shots from above. Zealous is able to find one. This is a 2-on-3. This is very doable.
So much damage being done here, but Clips, Chambers running low, and Reeds is just going to connect the op shot here. Hems in the 1v3. This is a man you want. We've already seen his effectiveness in this matchup. Catches one. One more. 2 headshots here. Spade left last alive. He does it all. Headshots. My God, Hems. What on earth was that?
3 bullets. 3 kills! You could have had the man on a deagle and you would have thought it was the same. Look at that! Look at that beautiful play. Match point right now for Lemon Dogs. From behind, they go ahead and send it. And oh my freaking gosh!
That's a bit of a heartbreaker right there for sure. Project 8. They thought they had that round in the palm of their hands, and then they clicked tab. They saw Hems in the server. I imagine that thought immediately went dark theirs. Right now, it's going to be a chance to close. Lemon Dogs of getting the distance, stack over towards the port side of things. So they've done so much damage with the utility early on. Adam around the corner is going to find the first here. The execution in towards A. It's called off, though. They call a pause in it, and Spaden is able to collect a frag over towards B.
The 3v4 for all that Hems pulled off once. It's going to be trying to get Turbo. Is able to find Zubs, and no matter what, Lemon Dogs, whenever they're down a man, it always feels like they got more in the tank. Reeds, though, is able to shut that one down pretty quickly. 2v3. In hand, not too much utility, but Zealous this time swapped weapons with Hems. Takes out the chicken because screw the chicken. No one likes the chicken. Shot against the wall. Can't get the no-scope because Hems is rushing over to B. Plenty of time for the man himself. All right, Hems did it last round. Can he do it again? It's only 2 members this time. He should be saying it's a piece of cake. He should be saying this is easy street.
His teammate has already left. He knows exactly what's going on here. That Hems has won this 1v2. He had full faith in the teammates. You guys, everyone else back it up. I got this one under control, says Hems as he plays his way in towards Tree and CT spawn, and they're both rotating in. No one expects this position here. Backs are turned. He finds the first kill. Of course it's Hems to win. A 1v2 after a 1v3, man. What an absurd game from him.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that his own teammates said that it was going to happen too. 30 seconds before it happened, and his own teammates just like, bruh, we know you got it. Don't worry about it. Like, if I were the opponents, I would be so frustrated. But you have to throw respect on Hems's name right now. Like, that was a phenomenal 2 rounds to close it out.
Oh, absolutely incredible. I believe that cemented his 30 bomb as well, those last 2 kills. I think he finished on 31 frags, if I'm remembering correctly. An absolute absurdity right there, man. He stepped it up in the first half. He caught my eye very quickly. And in that second half, man, he really just cemented a dominant showcase right there.
Yeah, honestly, it's obvious Lemon Dogs are going to be in the playoffs. The only question is what position will they get, and hopefully we get to see more of him. So we'll go ahead, send it over to Hyperflop as he breaks down some of those amazing plays on both sides.
Holy moly, Hems going in, and like having a teammate who says like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave, you got this, I have full faith in you. And honestly, like, they talk about his one-taps. That's all I have to say. The one-taps is looking so clean, like, without a doubt. Like, he played this map so well, and I was just like, if your teammate is, like, full confidence in you, like, go ahead, take it away. Take it away, in my opinion. Just do your thing. Know how to hit these heads, and he knows, like, everything. And this one was super exciting. I was like, alright, can you double tap him here and just like get at least 2 frags just to get super lucky, but unfortunately get taken down. But that was super, super nice play here. But oh my god, this match at the end, Hems just going off. He took the show away single-handedly, just him alone. And as the chat said, I was sitting in the back room and just like looking at the chat, following up on that, and definitely they're saying like Hems already made the play of the week, and it's only the first day of the week and he already has made the play of the week. Like, what? He must has been like, he's gotta be feeling so great. And this clutch too, like Voltic just coming in, clutching up the round, was like super clean too. The map was looking so scary too, because it was kind of close and going into Project 8's favor for majority of the game actually. And then Lemon Dogs coming back and just bringing in the dub for themselves here, and almost like looking way better for these playoffs. So this is super, super cool to think about. But we also have another interview like coming up here right after the match, and that's going to be Adam B. And just a little bit, he's going to be on here talking to me, and I have a few questions here after the match, because it was not the cleanest win, to say the least. Like, because they needed this win without a doubt, but they also need these round differences if they want to look even better to have a chance of taking the #1 spot here in the Swedish League. So what the fuck's gone through with this game? Maybe a little bit of nerves. You never know. And oh, here's the free taps here. Bop, bop, bop. They talk about his one taps. Oh my god, that was so nasty. Like, it was like super calm, collected. Yeah, let me just like move around. Like, bop, that's one, that's another one, and then the last one. Yeah, right? Just to make it clear, he was looking so clean doing that. And then to finish it off, teammate leaves. Full confidence in him, takes it down, taps him at the end, and this is how you end the match in style without a freaking doubt. Oh my god, Hems, MVP in my opinion for today right now, and it's only been 1 match out of 3, and he is today's MVP in my opinion after such a great game. As my voice is just slowly dying, I need more tea. But oh my god, looking at this, Lemon Dog 6-1, 3rd place here, and then taking another win. Oh my god, it's looking scary here at the top, because like Lemon Dogs is technically sitting at 7-1. Thinking this is sitting at the same position as Lil Mix, where Lil Mix, if they take the win against X Gamer here, Justin, after the interview here, thinking about this, it's gonna be 8-1, 8-1, and then a 7-1, and then oh my god, look at these top teams right now. It's looking so, everything is so close. It's all up for grabs right now, and I'm just like, what is going on? The Swedish League is one of the most interesting to watch right now, because like the Danish League has nothing to compare. Everybody's like all over the place, but in the Swedish League it's so close, and this is why it's so fun to watch and so interesting. But we actually have a little change here in the interview. I'm actually going to be talking to Hems. He has no camera, so I'm not going to be looking at his beautiful face, but he has definitely a beautiful voice that needs to be talking to me right now. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing great.
How are you feeling after this one? Because it was looking a little scary too for a moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, we just pulled it together and we said we have to win this. I mean, looking at the table, we're supposed to be favorites in this game, but we didn't perform as favorites at all.
Exactly, because I was looking at this, because you guys are sitting in the top 3 positions right now, and Project 8 is sitting down at 6th place, so, like, I feel like you guys should just have had a clean cut in this match and just gone forward, but tell me a little bit, what actually went wrong? Was it a motivation, mentality, or what happened here, Hems?
To be honest, we had another official just before this game, and that didn't turn out as we wanted in a league that we really needed to win. So we went in here with bad confidence, and then we just said we need some confidence plays, and yeah, we started doing some things that we used to do.
Well, your confidence didn't lag whatsoever. Like what went through your mind? Like you looked so calm with these one taps. Like wow.
Actually, I was just mega tilted from the other game, and I felt like I didn't perform at my level at all. So I had to do something to increase my confidence, and sure I did.
You sure did, because that was looking so good. What goes through your mind when you have your teammate leaving in the last round and just leaves you to do your thing, pretty much? Like, how do you deal with that?
I think it's great, because when they are dead, I don't need to care about idiots in my team. I can just play all by myself. No idiots are all around. Only myself.
Fair enough. That is a fair point, but thank you so much for talking to me, and congratulations on the win. And you guys are looking very, very promising for this tournament too now. So have a great evening. But, oh my god, Hems, what a guy. He calling his teammates a little bit of an idiot. Kind of interesting to think about, but fair enough, fair enough. You can say what you want about your teammates, you still got them the dub at the end of the day with the 30 kill bomb. Like, 30 bomb is always like where you're just like, okay, let the guy do his thing, he knows what he's doing, right? But we are moving quickly over to our next game, because X-Gamer and Lil Mix are already getting ready for this next match, and it's going to be an overpass if I'm not too wrong about this statement, right? And these two teams, this is the number 1 and 2 spot right now. X-Gamer sitting at the number 1 spot, and Lil Mix in the 2nd spot here. X-Gamer sitting 8-0, Lil Mix 7-1. And Lil Mix need to go in here. They need to take this win if they want to just take this number 1 spot away from X-Gamer. And I did a little tweet while watching the other game here, and I had set my prediction here, because the ones who has been looking so dominating and so promising is X-Gamer. But I still think Lil Mix has something to say. They are playing very well too, and this is why I think this match is going to be the most interesting to watch today. And Bodenmaster is one of the guys you need to be looking out for throughout this match, because he knows how to play this game, okay? But I'm running out of breath. I'm gonna throw it over to our beautiful casters, and I want to hear you guys' predictions going into this match, because I'm very curious how you thinking about this one.
I forgot to turn on my mic this time. That was great. But we are back, no breaks, you know, just pushing right along, and I'm very, very excited to bring you the second game of the day, which is going to be the top contenders of this league. It is going to be a phenomenal time. After we saw Hems just take it to town, hopefully we have the same kind of luck here for X-Gamer versus Lil Mix. Exeter, how you feeling? Are you ready for our second game of the day?
Phew. I mean, honestly, I was expecting that last game, and I think we kind of got a little bit out of that interview that it felt like it should have been less competitive. I mean, honestly, that was a very close matchup towards the end of it. And so, you know, the fact that we head into this next matchup, it's going to be even more competitive. It keeps the blood flowing and keeps that excitement up, because this is where it all comes down to it. Our number 1 seed could be determined with this matchup right here.
Yeah, and to keep in mind where everyone kind of stands, as you saw it before, X-Gamers are currently undefeated at 8-0. If they fall here, they'll be tied with Lil Mix, which I believe would actually put Lil Mix above at that point, considering the head-to-head record, depending if any other game information comes in, and that would change things up. However, if X Gamers win this one, they would put themselves at 9-0, would solidify themselves as the top placed seed. And Lil Mix, considering Lemon Dogs just won, of course, it would actually be up to the matchmaking at that point. I believe Lil Mix would actually fall to potentially third. So placements on the line, a lot of pride on the line as well. And I mean, Exner is one side or the other, one that you want to watch for, as these are both well-known names in CSGO, especially in the European region.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to really, say who's going to come out on top. I think a little bit of that comes down to some of the map pool stuff and honestly how some of the star players on these rosters perform. I expect really good things every time I see Bodemaster into the server. He is such an incredible player, such an incredible AWP player that we always think of him very highly. I think highly as well of HNS, who can do great work as well. And so that's going to be a couple of win conditions that we need to see come into full fruition here for Little Mix if they want to maintain or at least grab that #1 seed possibly from the likes of X Gamers. On the other hand of things, we all know X Gamer very, very strong as well, and some of their heavy hitters include No Miss, who's very, very lights out, and Susp, and those two, I kind of consider them win conditions for the other roster.
Yeah, each team does. And a fun little fact for those that may not have been following us closely, the one that you pointed out, Bodemaster, I believe actually went to go play in the World Championship in CSGO for Israel. And so or in Israel for Sweden. So that is a very fun thing to kind of hear about, of course, for the national team, which is always crazy, and a great amount of respect to be handed kind of that mantle on there. So like you said, win conditions available, but it also depends on the maps that they so choose, right? This is the big question mark. We were talking about it a little bit with regards to the side of Inferno with the last game. Of course, here on Overpass, it's one that's just as fun as we are already into the pistol round. It looks like Lil Mix had taken a little bit of a heater as they are down 3, make it 4, as Freddy is going to find one back, 2v1 to X Gamer.
Oh, here we go. We started that one off with Bowden getting a kill here, and now we need to see an attempt at a finish coming through from Freddy. Really good post-plant positions already picked up here. As you can see, a little bit of aggression coming through. This is a bit of a risky angle here. Freddy going to make his presence known, though, by stomping all about. And that'll allow for peeks to be made. Now confirmation on the positions. And again, they're just trying to work off each other. Some individual duels being taken as Freddy needs to reload here. 1v2 seeming unlikely as the clock ticks further and further down. Double swing coming. And none of those USB shots ever connecting onto the heads of X Gamer to win the pistol round and start things off hot.
Really, really nice and smooth for them. That should actually give them full weapons. I think it was in game 1 that we saw both pistol rounds result in it was like half SMG purchases because it was a little bit rougher side. So to see X Gamers come out with full AKs and full armor, that is a huge win for them. Should be able to carry that one over. Should give a majority share to X Gamer if they want to continue kind of their rampage through. So far, though, still a default setup, and Sanders is going to go ahead and find Freddy. Bowden is going to find Daisy. That should be a very, very simple 1-for-1 trade, with a peek in. Sanders takes second.
Oh, well, I mean, Sanders is looking to close this round out. I was going to talk about with this sort of investment, you want to make sure that you find these rounds clean. You don't give up too much. And Sander is looking to solidify that. Oh, Bodemaster. Almost finding that connection with the scout. There's an AK on the flank here. This could be a 2v2 if they can win this fight. It's a very difficult one headshot angle being held, calling in for some teammates in support. And yeah, nothing else going BQ's way here. So it does leave Bowden in a 1v3. Scout, not the ideal weapon to retake with either.
And Sanders eats about 1 HP damage as his own teammate decides to throw a smoke at him. The peek up is going to give the one-way over to Sander, and Bowden did not see that one coming at all. Carried over 3, so it is, the investment has been returned fairly well. You know, the average that you do lose is usually about 1 or 2 per round. X Gamers keep 3, and that allows them to start stacking up. You can see about 18 in combat, pocket, 11 in daisies. So plenty to still work with into the 4th round. After this 3rd commences, Lil Mix going ahead, trying a little bit of a cheeky boost with some pistols.
So yeah, this one works out for them. Not a bad idea. Just a gamble stack a sight here to hope for the best with USPs only. Honestly, it almost worked in our previous matchup on Inferno. So always like these ideas. No Mac 10s. It is all AKs still being invested in. X Gamer, this is an interesting decision. You know, that either being very respectful of their opponents or maybe just trying to make sure that once these rifle rounds do come out, that they're rocking with the full fruition of the AKs here. This Flaw might just shoot through these pistols. This is another good case of it. And, yep, the jumping in accuracy getting the better of them, falling off the perch right there. It's X Gamer clean as you like right there. Flawless from Flaw and the rest of them.
And here we get the replay, one of the lovely shots that might go through, and then of our lovely studio, which is presented to you by SteelSeries. Keep in mind that SteelSeries has been amazing for us here over at Leagues.gg. It's been a fantastic time and a fantastic season, and no better way to end the Swedish League with these games. So once again, thank you so much to SteelSeries there as we get underway with the 4th round, full weapon purchases from Lomix, as HNS goes ahead and says, yeah, you had your 3 rounds of fun, now we're going to bring out the 4th. Immediately takes combat off of the map, and Sus is going to eat a little bit of extra damage on the back end as well. 48 HP to their name as X Gamers realize that they're in X Games mode and got to kick it up.
Yeah, no kidding. They're going to try and continue this east side aggression as well. You got it from both ends of things. It's probably for information from Bowden. Nice back turned right there. Freebie given over to Bowden as he grabs another frag for them. And even still not happy with that, the continued aggression towards A. HNS on the aggro. And it's going to catch off Sus off guard. Sander as well. Taking some pop shots here, but in a 2v5, mind you. Leaves them very limited in options as to where they can head.
It was a very nice barrel stuff over there in Fountain. And now that is going to mean Freddy finds Daisy. It's all down to 1. Sanders was about to run into HNS, who HNS is now going to go on the hunt. Oh, that feels kind of bad. HNS finishes it off with a few shots to the back as Lomix go ahead and say, hey, listen, we're still here to play. We're not going to let you run a roughshod here. Taking a look at the inventories, though, it is full purchase time. Once again, Flaw might be working with a few less nades. That doesn't make him any less of a danger here. This round right here was still very fun to watch. Even though it was an eco, still funny as heck to watch some of those situations occur. As we are going to go ahead and take a look at the inventories. Daisy, first one to eat a bit of damage.
A clean start right there. Still maintaining that 5v5, but it's a lot of utility being invested in this connector control. And Asperdig hanging about here. How long will he be able to catch his opposition off guard? That's just a perfect collection right there.
Very, very smooth off the handle there, too. It was just 3 shots. That's all you need. This is another smoke. Bodemaster takes out Sander, and all of a sudden, X Gamer down to 3. A peek out at Pastadig. Did find a shoulder, but couldn't find the shot, so Sus is going to look down, and Asperdig is going to find the head, so easy picks up. Daisy finishes that one off, but a spray down by HNS is going to keep 4 alive. Lomix finding some good wins here so far, and that's going to put X Gamers, I believe, into an eco round.
Yeah, I mean, 2 clean rounds in a row right there. You can see what it nets, Little Mix. They've got themselves 2 AKs and an AWP with a lot in reserve right here up against an eco of X Gamer. Isn't going to be fun to try and chew through this powerful Little Mix right now. Rocking on overpass, looking strong. Very, very good.
So let's go ahead, take a look. X Gamer, they're going to look for something, and of course in an eco, it's kind of the default situation. You just kind of drop wherever you can. It should be Lomix evening things up here, but Sus was able to find one. So Lomix, though, very well played so far. You can see the econs stacking up in their favor thus far, right about 4K, 5K for every single member. Freddy, of course, looking to add a few more onto his tag. And Sander so far, Sander and Sus have at least been able to take out one apiece. HNS quickly puts a shot to Sus' rampage. It's all down to Sander. 1 minute left to do quite a bit of damage.
See what he can deliver. Nothing else right there. It's Little Mix gathering up a third here. I mean, good news is they dropped the AWP and make it a bit expensive, like you had mentioned, but still not allowing X-Gamer to make that too crazy there. As we get investments back up, it is going to be a very, very strong map here. Little Mix comfortable on a map like this, especially with the AWP presence they have coming through from Bodenmaster. That has to bode so well for them. It has to feel so good to know that they can rely on this man to hold off a majority of that A-bomb site. But this time he has teammates in the form of 3 playing in this triangle setup. One towards long and a couple in bathrooms here, just waiting for the likes of X-Gamers. A good position to be in if you are Little Mix.
VB going ahead, taking down 2, and Little Mix go ahead, fire even more. Only 1 member dead. You take 3 with you. Tag a few more. X-Gamer not enjoying this mid push. A blind out. Bodenmaster finds Flaw looking the wrong way. It's going to leave a Combat stuck in the, I believe, restrooms here. He sneak around, can't get the shot as HNS finishes him off through the wall.
That's an incredible read right there from Little Mix. X-Gamer, they try for the fast movement in towards the A-bomb site, and what does Little Mix have other than 3 players waiting? And there was no way in this world X-Gamer were prepared for the 3A start. Oftentimes, you're starting 3 players towards B, or at least, in some cases, even 4 players. But this time, they're going to do it once again. 3 players towards the A side, looking for the aggressive movements.
Oh!
Starting things off nicely with a kill onto Susps, and now it's HNS, close range as well. They have this lovely little map control that's going on for them over towards Fountains, and Bowden cutting off the connector side of things as well.
Oh man, yeah, this is Little Mix fully in control. You said it best. They had control just about everywhere. They're not relenting at all. And it's forcing X-Gamer into these really rough scenarios. Yes, it's an eco. Yes, you're expecting to lose. But you at least want to take 1 or 2, and you can't even find that. HNS finds a 4th for his team. Might find the 5th, as Sanders says, nope. I'll take 1 at least. It ain't going to be a perfect round for y'all. Around the corner they go, and BQ says no thank you very much. You're not going to find more than 1 as Little Mix take a 2-round lead, as X-Gamers are going to try and buy up.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're over on Overpass, it's a map that X-Gamer, they're comfortable with. They play it quite a bit. But Little Mix, they're a winning team on this map. They're very consistent at picking up Ws on a map like this, and you can see exactly why. The protocols and setups, the confidence that Bowden has, and the confidence that his team places in him is very promising. The nade stack, though, onto the boosted players. They only threw 2, so it's not enough for the kill just yet. That would have been a double as well, and they're still standing at a man disadvantage because of Bowden's aggression.
I swear Bowden is the most frustrating player to play against because, oh yeah, you get the hit registration on the HEs. Bodenmaster's still in the game. It doesn't matter. You still are going to lose at least 1 or 2. That's going to be a spray down. HNS is able to find 2 total before falling with the HPs a little bit low. That does mean Little Mix do have to play a little bit slower, but Bodenmaster finds a cooking combat. And Sus is going to run for the hills, going to try and pick up the bomb, look at a different direction. And with 4 alive, might try and shave it down to 3. Does not see the other down below. And a couple shots go out. Freddy is able to find the headshot. Little Mix moved to 3 rounds up, as this is once again going to force X-Gamers into a rough scenario. Just short of a full buy, but not enough to really save. Technical timeout being called here, as I'm not sure whose side that will be on. Little Mix, though, on a rampage here. 10K for BQ and Bowden in the pocket.
I mean, this
Freddy
is
with
6
14.
rounds
I
thrown
didn't even see
together.
that either.
Oh my goodness. It's uncommon that you see that sort of dominance in your CT side economy, but once you do, you know it's going so very well. And right now, X-Gamer, they don't seem to have a great reaction to what's being thrown at them. You talked about how annoying it would be to play against Bodenmaster. All of the HE damage you do is nullified when Bowden's just picking 3 players off, and you have a perfect setup towards connector, which is X-Gamer's main form of approach in that previous.
Yeah. Not just that, the confidence that you get knowing that Bowden will at least pick 1 or 2 off gives, I feel, a little bit of aggression back to the team, right? When you know that you can almost always trade out, you have a bit more confidence in actually pushing forward and trying to take those fights and trying to find those head-to-head fights. And that was one of the points that HNS was able to find, right? There was a point where he was fighting over in Fountain and just straight up walked up. Didn't care if there was more than just one. Didn't worry about it too much, just was willing to take the fight. So X Gamers have to realize that this is an aggressive low mix team. They have the econ behind them to make these kind of rash fights. And it's going to continue as long as they do not have the econ. And it looks like X Gamers have actually decided to buy up. It is a scuffed buy. Keep that in mind. Only 2 hero rifles, but they're going to try it.
Let's see how this one goes for them. HNS pushed up. That's not a great start. Immediate headshot connection right there. And Bodenmaster holding an off angle towards connector. This is very, very clean. We've seen him already succeed from this position. I believe no one on X Gamer wants to go around that corner, given there's no control towards A. They know exactly what's going on here, that he can't even have A as an option. Recycled smoke as well is just going to buy more time from Freddy. The execution. Now check that one off the list because they can't go through that smoke.
You're in trouble if you do, in trouble if you don't. In combat, oh, the gun's gonna peek out. Takes a couple shots, is able to find it, can't find the other though. Sander is able to follow up. This is the first time that we see Next Gamer in a lucky position and make it a little bit more. Daisy able to find it. Sanders finds a second, and just like that, Lomix all down to HNS. Can HNS do it? He is now getting crossfired in between. Doesn't win the gun. Fight and Flaw is able to find the shot. Deagles reign supreme as X Gamers. That technical timeout seemed to work a few wonders. I was wondering about that scuffed by. They make it work and move to close the gap. 6-4 Lomix as we move into the 11th.
Yeah, that's a great round right there from X Gamer, considering that started off as a 4v5 as well. It was HNS to find that first kill here, and maybe that might lead them back in towards more B-side attacks, more B-side executions, because right there, Little Mix were not quite prepared for what was thrown at them. But right now, Little Mix is looking for the adjustment. They're looking to stack more presence. And in fact, Bodenmaster, after the B side collapses, he's going to go back towards B and help out his teammates with the defense.
Yeah, phenomenal play so far. HNS, though, down already. And so X Gamers have taken out 1/5 of the team. Sus is able to find another. That's 2. Make it a third as Bodenmaster finds a flaw in his own game plan and is taken out. Freddy, though, finding combat inside of sight means that we are seeing a little bit of a pinch. Remember, B site is not open. B site is the question as Daisy. May have figured that one out. Nade goes out. Sus was right there in the corner. That could have been so dangerous for X Gamer.
I think Freddy's heard the rotation and the fall off of the short side of things, and Asperdig's going to meet them, but that shot might just entice them further in towards the speed side of things. Asperdig waiting.
No.
Trying to catch him off guard. They've cleared out A. So they know that both sides are clear. Asperdig, hello. Okay. Sus turns around eventually. He becomes aware, but with that information spotted and the remaining players on A, it still should go comfortably in X Gamer's way.
It is still one of the more frustrating things that have happened and surprises you as it turns CSGO into a jump scare game. We are going to get a couple shots over towards the garbage bin. He's going to be Flaw taking a peek out. Takes another peek. Doesn't really want to worry too much. He's going to fake defuse. And Daisy says, hello. I'm right behind you. Like you said, X Gamers moving to 5. Lomix now hurting in the wallets a little bit. As everyone is going to full buy out BQOQ. Wondering what he wants to purchase here. Is going to purchase up a full kit. Is going to almost zero out, sitting at about 1750. Freddy, of course, still sitting with 3900 in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that the bank has dwindled now that there's 2 rounds strung together here. They're feeling a bit of pressure. Bodenmaster stuck in no man's land. If a peek comes through, that is a freebie for combat. Not expecting that close range play that quickly, and here you go. You've taken out the heavy hitter here. Now it could be easy coasting wherever you want to go.
Easily be so, but remember HNS has also been playing well here. 12 matching Bodenmaster. So if you want to take Bodenmaster, you got to take HNS as well, and to give yourself what feels like an advantage. HNS, though, with the sneaky play, gets a half a clip in. Doesn't realize someone else is probably behind, and that means Combat finds a little bit of HNS's back. 2 down, 3 alive for Lomix. Only 1 down for X Gamer, and that means that they are going to pressure into B. The best shot, but Apostadig is not going to let that happen. 1 more down towards Monster, takes a couple shots, and Freddy can't find it.
Oh, it goes back for more though. Unable to connect. Sus with a beautiful shot there, and even up towards the catwalk. BQ left last alive in a near impossible situation. Rotation has been made though, luckily enough. He's already meeting him on that B site. Bomb's been planted though. Only a flash left in his hands to try and retake this. Not even a life. Not even a head on his shoulders as BQ gets cleared from Flaw. There's a tight scoreline once again.
I swear, all these games have been so close, and it's not stopping at all. This is what you would expect out of 2 top-tier teams here in the Swedish division of the Prime League. It is as close as you can get, but the weapons and the inventory stay completely different. X Gamer, full sets, all nades, everything online, whereas Lomix are sitting with 4 Deegs and a Scout. Can they make it happen? Can Lomix find a big mix-up in the weapon eco? Bodemaster with the Scout says, hello, Daisy. I want your head. Is able to take 2. BQ finds another. Flaw's able to find BQ, so it's now down to a 3v2 hard stack over here by Lomix into B. Oh. More flicks going through, and Bodemaster is able to finish off Sander, so it's down to 1. Flaw is going to do the best that he can. Again, versus 2 and low inventories, you could have it happen. Freddy is going to back right into it. Flaw is quickly going to get the plant down, but the Scout is ready if he decides to peek out. Gets 1 to the body, but can't find the head. Flaw is going to take it home. Gets a lead for X Gamer, 7-6.
Unbelievable right there. What a closer from Flaw. What a great round right there. His teammate was forced in no man's land. Flaw couldn't protect him in time, and right there the recovery coming through. My goodness. Now we got ourselves another buy-in for the CT side after that kind of partial investment here. We're going to see some attack from HNS trying to go for the aggressive movements. 1 towards tree. Surely you don't expect this. That's free picking for BQ. He struggles for the spray and lands the headshot.
There's a trade that we were not expecting to see right there. Daisy living with 4. Giving X Gamer the man advantage. HNS, though, finishes that one off. A little bit of a cook onto Flaw as he walks through a molly. But HNS wins the gun duel once again. Can't find it, though. Apostadig is going to fall inside of a site. Now the chance is open. Freddy finds Sander down to a 2v2. HNS has been playing very, very aggressive, but with a split, it should actually favor X Gamer as they both rotate over. Combat finds Freddy in the back, and HNS is going to have to outsmart 2 if he wants to take a 7th.
Position not quite known. He's making it. Okay, now it is. Made a bit of noise there, and retreat not even going to be possible here if the legs are going to be tapped off. Okay, up connector. HNS does slip the gap a bit. We'll be able to walk away safely for now. Hunt's coming through, though, from Combat. As you can see, Op is going to be retrieved here, but they're already up connector. HNS forced to move out. Combat right around the corner. Molly's going to keep him here, keep him in a corner, stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Combat just runs through his own Molly down to 2 HP, but he gets the job done.
Yeah. And this play right here was a phenomenal shot. Combat, even though it's, as we say, only 11 kills so far, Combat has slowly been one of my favorites here watching in this game. Some of the peaks and some of the lurks that he's been able to pull off the flanks have been optimal and above what we expected, has allowed his team to actually get some of these big rounds under their name, and one can only expect a few more as he's gonna almost find him. HNS was ready, swings wide to take out Combat. Is he gonna get another? No. Daisy says hello to HNS's body.
Golden Master holding things down with the AWP, but his teammates on A have fallen around him. Slim angle here, front of bathrooms. Pete coming through shortly. Not time. Gets Golden off guard. And he knows he needs to take some proactive fights here at the moment. He's swinging back and forth. Great smoke to buy time. Needs some teammates to arrive. He peeks right before it. And Daisy catches him. That's a huge frag right there, clearing out that A bomb site. Rotates have come through in the form of Freddy and Truck. It's a hard angle, though, to work with. The MP9 long range can help out here. There's a trade immediately. Sus with 2. Clear out that entirety of the A bomb site. Just leaves Asper dig.
Able to pick up 300 in the wallet there. Dig is able to find Sus. But Daisy says, hello, nope, you don't get to do much more. That will be the half as X Gamers take a 3-round lead, 9-6.
Very nicely done from them. I mean, what a recovery as well. It was a 6-round spree from Little Mix that really boasted a impressive start. I thought that maybe we were going to see a collapse from X Gamer, but the recovery that they were able to make, the mental bounce back they were able to have after getting shut down from the A players, both Master and HNS, they found their recovery, they found their footing, and it worked out so very well. But that's a nice start for Little Mix in the second half.
You say nice, I say exceptional. 2 quick heads collected as Little Mix increase their score, and that's what you want to see here on this T side. You know, X Gamer, we saw them be able to take it home, and we saw a very large lead by Little Mix earlier on, so X Gamers are going to make sure that this does not happen again. You cannot allow this Little Mix squad to get an upper hand. Want to keep this lead available to themselves, so they set up a little bit of a crossfire here. Little Mix are going to pinch in. Again, with a large default, they're going to swing a little bit wide, look towards that A site with a lurk, as Dig is going to try his chances, but Sander finds him out very, very quickly. That should give information over. 3 rotating very, very quickly here as a pistol is about to be opened up. BQ hiding around this semi. Takes 3 shots, can't find a Sus with a swing and dink. BQ is gone.
My God, that is an incredible shot here. So 3 players moving out towards the bank, and Freddy has an angle, but Sus with more damage. It's honestly Bowden and HNS, the men you want in this position, and they get the job done. But man, it looked like it was so very doable for X Gamer in that 3v5 situation.
The pendulum swung every single direction in that pistol fight on the site, and I loved it. Little Mix, of course, getting, as you said, just a little bit more out of that fight for the man advantage that was given. Now we get to take a look. Again, 3 AKs, not exactly what X Gamers are running. I believe it was X Gamers that were running the 5 AKs, I think, right out of the gate, so not having that same level of play. Fairly close to it, though, as we are going to get the armor pieces, but Flaw finds Freddy. So immediately, 1 rifle taken out. Sus finds another with those minor purchases. Daisy gets a free kill on BQ, and just like that, Little Mix, their rifle advantage is no more.
Yeah, they're still hanging on to that MAC-10 they had at the start of the round. That is a disaster. Odin. Asper. Brother, a passer dig. You need to close this one out. Working their way through the monster side of things, and there's no one on B. That's a silver lining here. They might be able to get a post plant. All the while, though, Combat moving with the flank at the moment. It makes this round kind of a ticking time bomb. And you get those numbers punched in. They need to get it now. They cleared out B, but soon the flank is going to be something they have to worry about.
And they're not going to. They actually slide off the plant site and are going for the long con. They get below the wall just in time. Oh my gosh. Now the spray down comes down. Dig is able to find Sander, but taking down to about 14. That is going to be the call. X Gamers are now going to rotate over towards that A site. Can they get the plant? They need that plant very, very quickly. Like you said, smoke goes out along mid. This is not long. This is short. The flank from Combat. This could be the play. Daisy is able to find Bowden Master. That's all they need. Again, Dig is able to spray down 1, can't find Combat because Combat came from the blind side. It's going to be X Gamers going ahead and finding another round win, putting themselves at 10 as Combat gets the right to defuse.
It's a heartbreaker right there from Little Mix. Such a good pistol round recovery right there, all just to fumble it in the next one with 4 AKs, 2 of those in which you're dropped over to your opposition to play with in this round. That's going to be a really hard round in the memory of Little Mix to try and bounce back from. But good news is they're going for a force bay here. They're going for The Eagles even have an AK and BQ as well, so still workable with the buy like this.
Still very, very workable. As around the corner they go, Daisy says, hello, I found you out. Yes, I died, but I took 2 with me. Little Mix now going to have to fight this out with 3 only. And again, 2 Deegs and an AK. It's not the inventory you really want moving into this 18th round. Question marks are aglow. Where are Lomix going to fight? As it has been mid to B. Is kind of the angle that we've seen quite a bit. Sus, of course, being able to find another BQ is down. Apostle Dig and HNS. And I realize that they are in a tough pickle.
No kidding. Say the least there, although they've equalized it very quickly. How has this become so very close? Knives are out for HNS. He drops that bomb. Surely enough to check. Flaw hears all the footsteps he needs. All the footsteps required here. And it's clean closing right there from Flaw. Very good with the headshots. He's a machine, it seems. And that's 11th gathered. A bit expensive there, but with the amount of invested right there, they all buy down to 0. You kind of are hoping for the round victory, considering
what's been going on. And once again, Lomix gonna have to concede this eco round unless something crazy happens with the molly. I mean, you kind of just gotta walk through it. X Gamers, though, have put themselves in a grand position to continue moving towards that match point. Remember, this is the team that is currently 8-0. If they can manage this, they'll be at 9-0. They will have that first seed undisputed. And that's what you really want to look for in a team that is heading into playoffs. We've seen it happen in some of the other leagues. We've seen these kind of top tier teams completely dominate and then fall in the playoffs. So this is X Gamers trying to lay down the hammer and say, hey, no one can take away our first place slot. We are the team to beat. As they move to 12-7, Lomix going ahead and taking a chance here. They are going to full purchase up with limited utility as X Gamers looking to move to a 13th round.
They got themselves a good buy up here to try and bounce back. It is a bit limited with the util. Wouldn't matter if they found that opening frag. Daisy put a bit on notice, and Daisy gets cleared out. HNS delivers. Not expecting a second, though, and would you blame them? It's still a 3v3 even situation at the moment, and they're pushing out towards the B side of things. A retake into the B bomb side is what is pretty much going to be in the cards here as they let one slip by the monster tunnels. Proactive here, and the catwalk is Bowden caught with a smoke out, somehow still walking away alive. Molly to follow things up, and they're going to take full control over towards Heaven. This is great post-plant positioning from Little Mix.
Very spread out, and like you said, great positioning overall with X Gamers stuck in the pit. They don't want to do this. That is going to be the construction area. Over a little bit of the bridge, and that is where Bowdenmaster thrives here. Bowden takes 2, and it's down to Combat, who has the op. He might actually spray away. Sprays through the wall. Combat is able to take out Apostle Dig. It's going to be the round handed over. Oh, Combat on 1 HP says, let me out of here. Please, please, please get me to safety. As he is going to drop down, sit against the wall, and barely survives with that op.
I thought he was going to die to fall damage right there, trying to jump off the ladder. Gave me a heart attack right there. He does walk away okay with the AWP, but nice recovery from Little Mix. I love that they played the post plants like that. They were in a really chaotic situation with 3 players rotating in from water. No one from CT spawn, no one from that maze towards Heaven either. And the positions that they just decided to get into, the map control that they attempted very quickly, shows that they got a little fight left in them, and breaking the economy here can really solidify that fact.
Oh. Well, breaking the economy is one thing, winning the round is another. And Sanders says, you won 1, we're not giving you much more, but HNS has also something to say about it. He's able to take Sus head. Now with the player count even. It is up to Lil Mix. They've fought a little bit in mid. That's been a majority share stake in where they want to go. Looks like they are going to see a stack come out of X Gamers. We're hoping to find a little extra Daisy. Oh, a little sprint through, and Combat gets the peak. That is a huge opening that Lil Mix are not going to enjoy. Now with the bomb heading all the way around once again. X Gamers with 2 above.
Yeah, they're holding on strong here at the moment. as the execution seems to be heading in towards the A side of things here with the little they have left. 2 smokes and a molly and a couple flashbangs to boot. Maybe this is workable here, but they're going to need a lot of clean shots here to try and overcome the defense. And Daisy just so very patient holding the line. Not only that, but if Daisy doesn't hit it, then surely Combat in that corner does. So the chances of him losing this round are nigh impossible unless they get a little antsy in the form that Combat has. Bowden's not a man you want to give an inch to because he'll take a my out to leg shot. The USPs are now out. 6 seconds left, and you will call it curtains here. Nice attempt for Bowden as he chases down Daisy with AWP. It's expensive.
Oh.
I wonder if Bowden, did he go up down after time? He did. 950 to his name. That's no fun.
And that one hurts a lot. And Bowden with the chase out is now going to have to work with no utility in the pocket unless someone, for some reason, gives him a little bit of a drop. Looks like he is going to get a drop, picked up a nade. He's going to run with that scout. Rest of the team zeroed out here as X Gamers. They can feel it. They can feel the finish line in front of them, and this round could definitely give it to him. Flaw takes out Freddy, a great opener once again. You need to find HNS, though, and you found BQ. That's not the one that you want, but it's one you'll take. As Apostle Dig notices that someone is long, and that's Daisy running up the scoreboard. Takes 2 total. HNS takes out Sus. A little bit of straight Combat takes out HNS, and just like that, X Gamers have marked a 14th on their board. Master, as much as I enjoy your play, you are a scout in a 4-on-1. That is not what you want to be in.
Not at all. Could call this one over. It's a full force bite, so easily swiped away from the likes of X Gamer. And Little Mix, this puts your back against the wall. The decision making here to either play for overtime and call an eco, and it looks like that's what they're going to go. Oh, no, they're buying down to 0. Bowden at least is one of those players doing so. He's bought down fully invested solo as well. A couple on Little Mix leaving a bit in reserves, but this doesn't look that good for Little Mix in the buy-up here.
Can't find the deagle shots either, and that means X Gamers get free time to unload on their opponents. They take 3 away very, very quickly. Combat is the only one to go down thus far. X Gamers so far have put on a show for us, really showing why they're the undefeated team here in the Swedish division, showing why they deserve to be at this top spot. Is Apostle Dig waiting for his own demise, can't find anything. That's going to be 4 staying alive, 5 clean kills. Little Mix, final hour, final chance. They have enough to buy, except for Master, who is again only sitting on 3K. Is he going to go? Is he going to go for the glass cannon? Kind of. Yes, he is. Is going to buy the SSG once again with full armor and only a smoke to his name. X Gamers feeling like they're on cloud 9.
Exactly right. Oh my goodness, the molly damage as well. This is an interesting push here, and it works to perfection. Passer Dig is going to do so much for his team, but Combat is going to put him down here. And now HNS looking to recover a bit of ground. Retreat made, though. Combat gets away with murder in the monster tunnels. And now some decisions have to be made here as to where they want to end. Do they go B or do they go A? At the moment, it's re-aggression coming through. And the connector side of things, Combat catches another off guard. There's still low HP on Bowden. Still a scout as well, but Freddy, a wonderful headshot here. Double swing in coming through from the catwalk side of things, and BQ finds it. It's going to be lesson the 1v3. Money in the reserves here, so he's going to go for it quickly. Up towards catwalk, spinning all around, flashes himself up, but also Freddy takes him down before he ever gets a chance.
Just like that, Lomix putting up a 9th, and of course they are on match point, meaning every round from here has to be perfect. They need to do what they did in for their 9th round. They need to do it 6 more times if they want to tie it up and just push for overtime. X Gamers realize that they could play this one probably a little bit slower if they wanted to, but again, with the aggression that Lomix are putting on now, that's going to force Daisy right back out of that fountain play. Is backing up a little bit lower. Apostle Dig is going to find one, but Sanders is going to call for retribution. Forward playing to mid and long. That's a complete dissuasion from the B site. That is going to put it into a 2v4. And Daisy is burning a little bit. Still has to concede ground.
Oh, I love this setup first long. Look at this. Daisy and Susp holding things down together. And if it does come into a long side attack, it's going to work out so well. The flashbang instead comes ever before it. Sus looking for it. Finds the first. Not able to react to the second. But turning around. Still fighting. Is able to double down. How on earth does he walk away with 2 right there? Retreat. But he made a flashbang in as well. And he grabs the boat and takes him down. HNS wondering what on earth just happened to the rest of his team here as he's looking to find the answer over towards long. Has to recover bomb, and Sus has made his way around the corner. What an unbelievable round here. HNS going to push through the smoke, and Sus waiting on the other end of it. It's going to fade away here shortly. He's just going to buy his time. 3 seconds left on the clock. Sus finds him as well. It's the 4K to close an X-Gamer. They move on with a flawless season.
What a way to end it as well. Against the second place team, able to close it out, and it is 16-9, right? Yes, it was fairly close, but that's to be expected. That's the expected scoreline, and honestly, I'm shocked that it wasn't even closer. I was expecting 16-13, 16-14. I was expecting Little Mix to be able to come back, and they tried their best, right? We saw it happen, but of course, that will be, like you said, the flawless opening, or flawless end to their season. First place, moving into playoffs, you love it. Or if you're one of their opponents, you hate it one way or another, and we'll see what the other teams have to say. We'll go ahead and go to the analyst test for Hyperflop to break down that game.
Wow, X-Gamer coming out flawless, going 9-0. These guys have been looking so good. And yes, it was a little bit of a close match in the beginning, obviously. X-Gamers was like super equal to Little Mix in the beginning when they were sitting on the T side, but they are actually just managing on the CT side to just put it into their favor. And it is CT-sided map, obviously, so it goes obviously in their favor at the end of the day, but they were overall, looking at the kills, looking at all the stats and everything like that, the boys on X-Gamer were just looking so much stronger, and this was just like, so I would like, if you don't have a little bit in your pants after that one, turning around and seeing a guy right behind you for like 5 seconds, then yeah, I think your underwear is gonna be a little brown after that one, but to talk, it's gonna be a little weird, but definitely X-Gamer were looking so much better compared to Little Mix today. Overall, all the guys were fragging out, getting the right frags every now and then. Daisy was actually one of the ones that played so aggressively going into this one, just like picking up the kills, pushing up in mid here, and another showing here. Doesn't get the 3rd frag, but does pick up 2, and that's a good opener to a round, and he did that over and over, where Little Mix didn't like think about this one, because like they didn't expect it for so many times. Like I think he did it like 3-4 times where he pushed up, got at least 1 kill off it just to put down like a push early. And this is how you stop somebody to get onto side or get mid control for that matter. You just like need to take the risk, push up, get these frags easy and fast, and this is such a good way to also end the round. Like stall out the plant, don't give them extra money, just put them behind for so much longer. And this is what X-Gamer does really well compared to where Little Mix was struggling. It was like Freddy didn't even pick up, so like he was lagging behind in this game. Wasn't turning into his favor. He was like not getting the winning his duels and stuff like that. So for that, it hurts the team overall, where HNS just like coming out swinging. He shows he want to win this game and actually contend for this top spot, but it doesn't really went into his favor. Yes, I hear we have an interview with one of the guys from X-Gamer. I'm not sure who it is, but I'm looking forward to see who it is. But who am I speaking to right now from X-Gamer?
You hear me or not?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it's Magi. Daisy, I'm pre-muted.
Hi,
so
Daisy. How you doing? How you feeling after this one? Going 9-0.
I'm doing very good. It's very funny to see the boys playing really well, so it's very funny. Very good.
I could imagine that, but like looking at you guys, like all of you guys are fragging out. None of you guys are lagging behind in this match. Like going into this match, was it a little scary going into this since it's Little Mix, one of the well-known Swedish teams?
Yeah, of course. Little Mix is a really good team. Like they're in the top of the Swedish teams, I would say. So it was obviously very scary, but I know with the boys I'm playing with, it's we're going into it strong, and I'm confident, you know.
I can definitely tell from this match, because you made these aggressive pushes so often, and Little Mix really didn't do anything about it. So, like, is it your own decision to make these pushes, or is somebody saying, like, hey, can you get, like, push up and get a frag or two?
No, it's my own decisions. I watch a lot of pro demos, so I kind of know how to play with the op and kind of know when to push when, like, I feel like they're not gonna be ready for it, you know. So it's my own decisions, yeah.
And it definitely comes out in your favor, obviously, and looking clean with it too in this one. But like,
yeah,
what were your expectations going into this? Because you are a fairly new like roster going on to X Gamers, right? So like,
yeah.
Overall experience throughout this tournament, how was it?
I mean, our team is like it's a very strong team. We have Noeldinho on the in-game leading. He's doing very well. He's calling like a beast, you know, reading the enemies, watching a lot of demos. He watched a lot of demos of Lil Mix as well. So he knew how they were playing. So we just countered it, and it went really well. I mean, we have pretty strong firepower as well. We have Sus, we have Flaw. They're amazing players. So I was confident we were gonna win this game, and I was confident we were gonna win all the games in this league, actually. So
you
yeah,
definitely showed up. Yeah. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you very much, man.
You played so well, and I'm sure this X Gamer drink you guys have been fueling up on has put very into your favor, because you've been fueling up.
Don't forget to buy X Gamer. It's very nice. They have popcorn.
Loki already did.
You did? Yeah. Yeah, the popcorn is amazing, and the drinks is phenomenal. So don't forget that, guys.
Popcorn, but yeah.
You haven't tried the popcorn? You should try them, actually. You should try them, actually.
You're selling
They're really
me here.
good. Yeah, it's very good products. Everyone should buy it. That's how we drink X Gamer, we eat popcorn, and then we go shoot.
There you have it.
Simple as that.
Thank you so much.
No, man.
Congratulations again, and thank you for talking to me here for tonight.
Much. See you.
Laters. Well, there you go, guys. This is how you win a tournament, pretty much. Like, eat popcorn and then get an alternative to energy drinks, and this is how you're gonna perform the best of the best in Sweden, without a doubt. So this is definitely the key, and if nobody else is doing this, they need to take notes from now on, okay? Because they just share this secret, and if you're not taking this into your advantage too, you've been missing out. I'm just saying. It shows. But that is the second game of today. We still have one more match, but we have a little break coming up. It's going to be a little longer one, but that's just how it goes sometimes. It's not going to be too long. It's going to be about 10 minutes, and then we're going to be back here in the studio getting into this last game of tonight, which is going to be Granite Gaming versus a dive, which is going to be super sick to watch too. It's not going to be like the number two, 1 and 2 dogs here coming into this one, but they are still very strong teams, and I'm looking forward to watch these guys later. So I'm going to catch you guys right after the break.
There's no shortcut, no cheat code. All you got is you and the grind. And the whole army of randoms trying to stop you. Trying to be better than you. Trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.
And we are back, guys, in the studio, presented by SteelSeries. My name is Hyperflop, and coming back after this amazing dub from X Gamer here, and finally figure out the secret how to win every single match is popcorn, apparently. So I guess I need popcorn from now on when I go home and grind. So there you go. That's the secret. Popcorn, that's the way to go. But looking at this, Little Mix going 8-1. When we get this updated, basically 8-1, and then right now Lemon Dogs and Granite Gaming is actually sitting in a match, figuring out who's gonna take the dub here before we're going into the Granite Gaming versus a Dive 2. So that's gonna be super interesting to see who's gonna be performing, because Lemon Dogs still has some potential here to be looking so great, and like in a maybe overtaking Little Mix here in this tournament too, because like Lemon Dogs could actually have the potential to sitting in second place spot here with a better score, sitting at 8-1 compared to where Little Mix is sitting at 7-1, all depending if Lemon Dogs takes the win against Granite Gaming. My voice is slowly decaying over today, but I'm like trying my best here. Goddamn. But I want to look at a few replays from, or highlights, so to say, from the match here we just saw, where X Gamer just looking so dominating. Just beautiful play here. I know it's an eco round, but like getting a 4K is always like looking like it always feels so good. And the timings they had, the flanks they have, everything. Like they're looking around, and this guy like just slowly just like moving up here, Susp not paying attention too much. But how can you make, like, how can you pay attention when nobody's making any noise behind you and just sneaking slowly behind you for so long, and just like starting to get a little suspicious, like maybe somebody is behind me, I wouldn't know. And this could have been super nice clutch too with the headshot too. There's so many good clips from this game, like showing the potential of X Gamer, showing the potential of Little Mix too, just like showing these teams like what they can do, and both looking so scary, because I was like, Little Mix, they have a really high chance of winning this game too, because they were looking strong on the CT side, though not bringing out too much into the advantage, taking the CT side all the way, where X Gamer utilized the CT side way more. But the next match coming up too is gonna be on Inferno again, which I'm looking very much forward to, because like Inferno again, it's the map that everybody knows how to play, and the same thing with Mirage, it's also a map everybody knows how to play. But I like having a decider map at the end of the night. It's gonna be Inferno, because Inferno can do so much for all the teams here. If let's say a Dive or Granite Gaming has to day of themselves, like right now Granite Gaming has the warm-up, they just played against Lemon Dogs, and I still haven't had the final who won against those two, so I don't know if Lemon Dogs has taken the second spot in this league or not, but who knows. I'm gonna figure that out before we end the night, but we are slowly getting into this game here, so I'm gonna throw it over to our beautiful casters, who's gonna put more information into your faces about this one.
Alrighty, here we go. Final game of the day. Final way to lock in where you stand in the playoff bracket here. We are down to the final game between, it is Granite Gaming versus Adive, and this one I feel matters quite a bit more in terms of seeding. To put it in perspective right now, Granite Gaming sitting at, I believe, 4th place, cannot move from this spot due to the outcome of the games prior. They are locked in at 4th. That is the highest that they can climb. However, they can fall, and that is exactly what Adive are looking to do here today. If Adive win, they have a chance at shooting up to 4th, whereas Granite Gaming will fall. So it is for all the marbles for the placements here, and I think, Exner, considering the games we've had so far, I think this one's going to be a banger as well.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very exciting. These two teams should be very close about things. You know, we did see, I wouldn't say necessarily one-sided matchups. I will say, though, X-Gamer really impressed with what they were just able to do against like Little Mix. I wasn't expecting that sort of form out of them and that sort of dominance as well. And so this matchup, it should line up to be a little bit closer, which is very exciting because we got the number 4 and number 5 seed, like you had mentioned. And I believe the map that we're going to be playing on is Inferno as well. And these teams very comfortable on this map. It's a very good map for both of these rosters here. It's no surprise that we're getting more Inferno out of today with these two teams, being that it is definitely one of Granite's, more winning maps. And then on the other side of things, Adive, it's one of their more comfort picks as well, one of the home turf maps that they can really use to their advantage.
Yeah, and I gotta ask you, because we've already seen how Inferno kind of plays out. Anyone that's played on it, we know kind of the strategies that come out. The question is when you play on comfort for so long, especially this close to playoffs, I'm always kind of curious, how does that affect your play in like a best of 3? Because as you know, with how many maps are currently in the competitive pool, if Inferno is banned out, that could cause some problems. So in your opinion, during this time frame where you are kind of battling for those playoff spots, do you see this as a hindrance that you're constantly going back to Inferno, or do you see that as a win and you're not too worried about expanding your experience on other said competitive maps?
Yeah, I mean that's the challenge of best of 1 phases here, is that you get teams that are very, very strong, very, very individualistic on maps and can perform at high levels, and that can be a problem. It also could be a great way to rack up early wins and start a season off hot. And I think that it has its advantages and its disadvantages, but at the end of the day, you need to have a well-versed map pool if you want to have any chance of making it into deep runs and playoffs. You cannot be a one-trick pony and allow yourself to struggle on other maps, because that's an easy way to let teams take advantage of you and abuse their map pool advantage. And while making it into playoffs is great, you want to make a deep run in playoffs, of course.
Yeah, you want to move past just that, opening stage or anything of the sort. That always feels kind of bad when you get knocked out first round. So we'll see. Again, playing Inferno with how often we see an Inferno between all these teams, we understand, hey, this is kind of their home turf. It's that one, Inferno, or it feels like Vertigo is another one that they like to go to. I think the last one, obviously, we just saw, Brain is not, Overpass, I believe is what it was. Those 3 in rotation seem to be pretty much in the wheelhouse. We have not seen much of others, but I'm very excited to see if we do get to see some exchanges around there. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what the teams do decide to do, whether they go CT or T-sided. And in game 1 of the day, we did see it was fairly off of both, right? I believe that was between Project 8 Esport and Lemon Dogs, and Lemon Dogs showed exceptional prowess on that T side, much more than I think we expected. Really, do we see that happening here, or was that kind of just the Hems effect there?
Yeah, no, that was the win condition for Lemon Dogs, no doubt there. Hems was an absolute machine in that matchup. He had no trouble at all in both sides. I think that's the only reason we did see so much success from Lemon Dogs. The opening success from him alone was at an astronomical number. I mean, I believe he had to have been inching towards, 8 or 9 opening kills in that matchup as well. And once you give yourself that sort of advantage, once you're finding opening frags in that sort of way, it becomes near impossible to win a game if you are the likes of Project 8.
Yeah, it did come down to that, right? We saw Project 8, I do believe they took a 6-round lead is what they had all the way in the opening. They were on that, I believe it was on that CT side, and then it was just the salty run back right at that point. It was the hard salty run back against for Lemon Dogs. Just like, listen, we can't let them have it again. Their T side was phenomenal. It came out, I believe, to I believe it was 9-6 at the end of it in favor of that first half. But here we go. We are getting into this first round as we do see Granite Gaming on that CT side, a dive over on the T side to kick things off. And it's an even spread so far. Granite Gaming going ahead and doing a very deep, relaxed cover, whereas a dive are literally sprinting around the map trying to find any sort of information about where Granite are kind of keeping hold.
Yeah, they're all over the place, aren't they? Right now, and it's found an opening advantage here at the moment. Trying for more. Look, he finds another opening kill as well. It leaves that A bomb site totally lacking and everything in the way of a dive in the early stages of this round. Moto smoke even being thrown out here, and already you see Lucky in their spawn, in their faces, clothesline onto Emily, and now it's just Ludwig left last alive, wondering what the collapse was, what the difference maker. Ludwig gonna grab himself a couple extra kills on his way out, just one, and dive win the pistol.
Dive feeling good, right? This is the one that they want to win. This is the one they want to put kind of over Granite Gaming. And of course, it doesn't mean too much, you know, for teams. It's not like it's a giant jump, but it is always nice to have a little bit higher state as we do get a look at the blank KDA boards. We love it. We love to see it. No one's up there just yet because we've only had one round to play. So thank you very much, observers. We will jokingly prod and poke at them right now. A diver going to go ahead and molly off a good majority of this B site as they do already take out one. Ludwig was extinguished early on here in this round, same as Canary.
No trouble cracking through this defense so far up against the force spy here. Marcus looking to make things awkward, but so many different angles to cover and not enough off defending presence there. And at the moment, Emily and Abdi looking to maybe do a bit of damage on the exit here. You're going to see one dead over towards Banana, and Emily probably not long for this world either, although we'll walk away with a kill. Trying to get that weapon was his demise, and Xella will find the kill.
Yep. And with 4 alive, that'll put a dive in a very nice econ situation. As we are taking a look, Granite Gaming, because they did buy out those Deegs, they're still stuck in the eco situation. A dive should have a plenty third round advantage. Granite Gaming here, of course, this is the standard opening. We've seen plenty of teams come back from this very, very easily. With that triple nade stack mid, it is going to take a PX line down to about 29 HP. Very nice opening, but Lucky gets a headshot on Emil. Is going to even things very, very well into a dive's favor.
Very quick collapse right there. It's a lot of damage with the pistols, but not quite the finishing blow. Maybe if they had a bit more firepower, could have got more done. Lucky. And what a weird angle. Not going to be expecting that. Marcus goes down. It's 3-0 right now. A dive. Off to a very clean start, I will say. But here comes the real challenge. Here's where the real test lies in the rifle rounds here for Granite Gaming. Expect some good things from them as there's no op being put down just yet. We saw that was what a lot of the early success on Inferno delivered. Although, again, we kind of talked about the reason there being an individual player over on the likes of Limit Dogs. And we don't have that same player in the server, but Granite are looking for the same sort of result.
Listen, as soon as you see someone like Hems take that much of a commanding lead in a game, you want to try and emulate it, right? There is no two ways about it. We're seeing a 5-man stack over by a dive, and you can see Granite Gaming, they know something's up. They are worried about this, and they are going to take down 2. A great spray on either side is going to call it out, but Hyjin was ready to go. Marcus is going to get caught through the wall. Canary and Ludwig do a piece, and it's a quick finish by Granite Gaming. They take one back. Just like that, they are going to sit in the lead ever so slightly in the weapon advantage. A dive. Take their first loss of a round here in this game.
What a great job right there delivered from the double porch setup. Nicely done coming through from the likes of Granite to find that first weapon round in. Relatively clean fashion as well, but a dive, of course, they're going to have the answer right back. It's gun rounds back and forth. Abdi did not expect that up front and positioning coming through, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. Lucky going to look to split that defense awry, and Maddie around the corner here. Bombing in his hands. Oh, but that molly towards Sandbags. That's going to force him off the line here. Taking the fight. Amelie wants to kill here. Oh, it's Maddie to win it. So very patient with holding that angle.
very solid plays and a dive right back in control. Look for one. Marcus gets peeked around the corner. Excella is able to take that one home so far with 1 in the bucket this round. 5 total for the game thus far. Ludwig is still hiding out on B. No one really wants to chase it thus far. And Maddie is able to get the plant, so that should be a dive, taking this round home. And I have to say, they are looking very, very clean. Aside from that little rush game that they tried and got caught out, wasn't expecting probably a 3-stack right under that shelter. Caused a lot of confusion, but they quickly shored things up. And it's looking pretty strong for a dive here. They're able to keep all 4 alive. That is a large chunk you can see. I believe that is, well, as I was just talking, they lose 1. But that is going to be 5 nades, 3 AKs that they're able to carry over. That is a large chunk of econ that pulling over into the next round should help out. But Excella
Oh my
and
goodness. Oh, but
PX
Maddie
Line
spam.
both walk into it, and Maddie is the last one. So as quickly as I was talking about the econ, it's ripped away, and a dive lose out on so much by the chase.
Yeah, they really did. It's tough to decide whether or not that was worth it. I think at the end result, it certainly, you would have rather just brought in 4 of those rifles into the next round. You find that kill, sure, but man, you're exactly right. So very pricey. And you're honestly lucky to walk away with Maddie finding that kill through the glass wall. Nicely done on the recovery of Maddie, but it does require a whole lot of clean rounds to follow suit if you want to build that economy that you've just lost back up.
Rough scenario there, but still you come out with the win, so you're still pretty happy. Grenade Gaming now stuck on that Deeg once again. Not enjoying what's occurring here to their econ. With a 4-stack over towards A, they might have the man advantage. Again, if they get the crossfire down, they're going to be very, very happy. But a spray through means Abdi is going to be down to 1 HP quickly. Punches himself against the wall. Hyjin is able to find Marcus. That's going to be 2 inside the smoke, and quickly found out. Looky goes, hey, looky there. I found a kill. Down to 3.
Oh my
Ludwig
goodness.
makes it a 4-on-3. One more can do it, but Hyjin says no to Ludwig within the smoke. PX Lime takes out Abdi. And it's all down to Canary. 1 left alive, and you'd see a little bit of peek. I think is already spotted out. Hyjin finishes it off, and it is a dive at 5.
Well done. I mean, that's the clean round you're kind of hoping for after a pretty expensive one in the previous. But here's another rifle round coming through. Ludwig immediately purchasing into the AWP here. That could be a promising factor. We know his firepower. We know his potential. Just needs to make it into fruition here, into a really important round to try and get some momentum back into Granite Gaming's favor.
There's only so much you can do, but so far Granite Gaming have not found a response here on A, and so it's going to continue to be punished here. Excella takes out Canary to open things up. It's a quick couple shots. That is a majority HE, napping up a dives HP. The Slime is able to take 1 before falling. Emil is going to be able to take a few. Marcus finds 1, and Excella is going to fire through. Marcus takes 2 total. And it's down to a 2-on-2. HP favors a dive, but in an FPS, anything can happen here. Granite Gaming just need the angles and need an extra man to help out. Marcus tucked into the corner is going to fall. And Emil could not make their way over quick enough. Double smoke is going to slowly burn out, and they see the jump over. So it looks like Emil is wanting to save. You do have the M4. Might as well save, and that'll be a dive taken 2 over. 6 rounds going into a dive's pockets. Granite Gaming a little bit loose here and not enjoying this early start to the game. So now we do see a tech timeout coming out as Granite Gaming have unfortunately lost one of their members. Possibly just a little bit of a rough time with the internet connection. Feels bad, man. Oh, he popped back up and said nope, he doesn't want to play anymore. So we get a little bit of a chance to kind of take a look at how things are stacking out. Granite Gaming are going to be on a scuffed bye. If they so wish, only one member is above the I want to say the 4K limit that we'd like to see for players to really come out with a strong purchase, unless they're wanting to run SMGs and a full set of utility. Other than that, I mean, it's going to be a rough time. So a dive looking plenty strong here, looking like they want to put a 7th on the board. Granite Gaming, question marks all the way through. We got to take a look here at this replay.
Nice shots being hit all around. I mean, this is the one round that they've won so far off of a bit of a nice setup towards the bracket side of things. It was such a clean gun round that you would have thought maybe there was some rounds to follow suit, but it hasn't been the case. They've yet to string 2 rounds together so far. Only 1 on the board as well, and it's another one of those eco rounds, so rifles certainly have been helping, but this is an aggressive maneuver. Lucky, though, connects onto the first, and that delivers so much here. The collapse coming through. Lady Marmalade is able to find an answer. Oh my god, another one. Deagle picked up as well. Sticking around here a little bit longer, but PX Lime looking for the recovery here, and so far, it's a 2v2 with the position of Marcus revealed, and PX Lime pushing the issue.
That's tag and a half if PX Lime says no thank you, Marcus, but walks
Oh my
right by
God.
Abdi and they don't swing.
Oh,
Wait,
he turns
he
around.
looked.
What?
He looks. He
What?
looked.
They both did. They both did. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you know PX Live along this edge. Set it, and he
What?
still gets taken out. Maddie gave over 2. That is heartbreaking. Oh no, Abdi. If Abdi clutches this out, this is such a mark on a Dive's record here. This would be a round to embarrassingly lose, as much as I hate to say that. Oh, Abdi is tucked into a corner. PX Lime. Bomb is not down, and they're going to swing at different times.
Oh, he saw him.
Slime looks
No,
wrong
he
way,
didn't.
and Abdi gets it! Abdi takes it home! Oh my god!
I cannot even believe my eyes right there. Abdi, how have you just won that round? What just went wrong right there? My god, it all came down to an unbelievable bit of timing. I don't know if he was spinning too fast. I think that was the case. Just too quick on the mouse movement. Didn't quite look in time. That is craziness. And look at that. Granite Gaming maybe can use that to their favor. Use that a bit of momentum here. Stuck in the molly as well. PX Lime down and out of this round. It's a lovely start for Granite.
It's a great way to kick things off. Granite Gaming off of the back of that lucky play. They turn it on its head. They now have a somewhat weapon advantage, and the HE is not doing as much as a Dive would like. Peek around the corner, Ludwig just a little slow on the trigger there. He's going to scare Hyjin right back up into the apartments. Swing out wide. Marcus. Oh, look here, is going to spot and gets the shot. Hyjin is going to fall 2 left alive on the Dive side.
Both heading in towards Banana. Now Lady Marmalade isolated from his teammate and Banana here, but Maddie clotheslined, and still similar luck as it will be Abdi to close out that round. 6-3 right now, but I mean the start of this round stringing together here from Granite Gaming, if you think about it, was that crazy round that was able to be delivered from Abdi, and what would be a very frustrating one to lose from Dive as well.
Those are the kind of rounds that just kind of break your spirit, right? I have no other words for it. I've pointed it out already. It's one of those rounds that it's very difficult to get back in the swing of things. It's very difficult to kind of bring back that mentality of we can play strong. And to pull yourself out of that rut is going to be so difficult. So I'm very curious if this is actually where a Dive kind of maybe even take a timeout, right? That is something that teams can do. Take a timeout, kind of recollect your thoughts here. You just have a full buy setup, so might not be a bad time. If they do lose this one, though, Granite Gaming should have a pretty nice window in to even things up to 6-6. If they win this one, it'll be 5-6, and then a Dive, of course, will be sitting on, I want to say, limited economy, and Ludwig says, hey, PX Lime, you're not allowed to cross this slate.
Yeah, that's a nice start to the round here. This is a hard angle to hold. Oh my god, but Canary walks away the victor of that angle. I thought that Exela had him dead to rights. Not the case. Aggression down Banana. That Molly only has to make Abdi watch one angle inside of it. Smoke advantage there as it phases. Abdi's going to come out the victor right there. It's 2v5 now. They're walking into the up once again. Ludwig free as you like right there. And flawless round answer back from Granite as everyone finds their success.
That one's going to hurt, right? A dive now stuck once again in that eco positioning. And you gotta wonder, was that the straw that broke the camel's back? I don't want to keep harping on it, but it's such a significant round because ever since then, Granite Gaming have been on the upswing, right? This is the team that you want to watch, and a dive eats so many nades here. Of course, they are just kind of charging in, so it is to be expected. That is a spray down as, oh, Lady Marmalade gets a little bit too close for comfort. Almost gets shot by their own teammate. But you know what? They take it home. That is going to be a well-fought victory. It is going to be a tie up here. Yeah. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh. I get it. Your mind just goes back. That's 5 rounds strung together now for Granite. Before that, they were only able to gather 1. And Abdi, you got to consider him such a hero for winning an impossible round and setting that frustration in. Now a dive, they need to recover. They need to find a little bit of stabilization here. They cannot allow for this half to be closed out after such a disastrous round as the one they dropped.
What do they do from here? Molly goes out. And nothing more. Well, that was
very slow on this one.
Of course. Yeah. Slow start, slow start.
There's a good bit of map control being made right now in apartments here. It's prioritized as well as a bit of banana control. Flash for the happening wall. And they're going to just take the full fight. It's PX Lime going to win it. Just barely holding on. 6 HP left to his name. And the counter aggression coming through. And oh my god, it delivers a headshot. That's B-Site clear, calling it over to his teammates. And that could be the spark that gives a dive a bit of life here, a bit of recovery, opportunity. Smoke for CT, I'm sure is coming through soon, and it does land. Nice molly to counteract any aggression. It goes a little bit deep, and so they'll slip by it. Canary's the only one nearby here to help out, though.
Oh, Hyjin gets a huge flank off. Are you kidding me? A dive, go ahead and open up both sites, actually, but PX Lime says, hey, I found a peeping canary. That'll be the round. A dive, go ahead and break that streak at the tie. That'll force Granite Gaming into a little bit of a weird situation. Ludwig sitting on 13,000 after picking up an op, so you can see how hard that run was for Granite Gaming. These last 3 rounds, even if they lose it, should be full purchase rounds no matter what. Granite Gaming, though, lining up here on A once again, taking the safer route to ensure that the op doesn't catch anyone.
Aggression in apartments again. There's so much money built up here. It's a 1-for-1 trade in apartments. Maddie's able to find the answer. Rather, that was over towards banana. My apologies. Just leave it a bit isolated. Abdi is going to look to make this execution. B is definitely the right form of approach right now. They're now finally stacking over another player in the form of Ludwig. Full utility set in his back pocket. They've heard all this. Hyjin, knowing that there is a player in pit, not spotting Canary, though, slipping the gap there. Pretty standard right now from the defensive side of things. 2-2 set up in the 3v, or 4v4 rather, and execution making its way quickly in towards A.
Give it their best shot. Again, Hyjin has done this twice and is only able to find 1. Canary gets 2, but Canary is executed. Now it's down to a 2v2. A dive can't keep getting away with this. Maddie is going to lay down the bomb very, very quickly, but a nice hold over on Arch. Misses a shot. Lucky is going to get peeked twice. And just like that, 2 are wiped. Granite Gaming take the round and force a tie here with 1 more round to go in the half.
My goodness. What a nice recovery right there from the 2 and Abdi and Ludwig. Those shots not easy to connect on right there. And, you know, those 2 missed op shots coming through as well just deliver so much opportunity. You can see hard angle, nice jiggles coming through from Ludwig. And look at this, an attempt at the retreat, just shooting ducks out of the air right there. We'll give them a tied scoreline here and the opportunity for more.
Granite Gaming pulling out some of these victories that we weren't really expecting them to lend themselves to awkward scenarios that a dive just don't feel ready for. Nice swing though. This time Ludwig is able to find Lookie. That'll be Granite Gaming taking a 1-up here at the early stages of this round. You can see a majority of a dives utility has been used over on this far side, but Marcus sprays him down. No flash can hold him down. He can't get the third though, but Hyjin takes a fair bit of damage. Now with the smoke out, it's gonna peek up and Obji takes it. That is a quick 15th round as Granite Gaming take a minor lead.
Yeah, very slim, but if you consider the start that was had from a dive, you take that lead any day of the week. What an excellent recovery. Again, a crazy clutch from Abdi, all catalysts for this. But second half here, a chance to, maybe wipe your mind clear of that last one and try and focus on the future here for a dive. You know you're capable of strong starts. You just need to replicate that result. There's an aggression down mid here. Risky from Look. You don't want to repeat too much into that as they're all heading your way. 4 players quick up the bracket side of things, looking to make their A execute coming through.
I love this chase in. Lookie was able to take one, follow through with maybe one more. The majority of the CTs are still spread out, and that gives Granite Gaming the man majority. Excella finds one, finds Canary's head, and it's down to a 3-on-3, a dive. Giving up control of A site. I like this retake attempt. Maddie's able to find one before the smoke goes up. And Abdi is going to be no longer. Ludwig finds Excella. This is going to be a little bit tough on the A side. Upper tons, or not upper tons. This is a wide arc into A site. Not going to be a majority as Arch is completely given away. Apartments once again. Gotta look pit though if you are at PX Lime. It is gonna go quiet. Another one stuck in the back, and Maddie finds one. Can you find the other? No, you can't. Ludwig is taken very, very low. Stuck in there. Is able to take one. Can he get the other? Needs to look left. Is able to peek it out. Can't find the headshot. PX Lime is able to take it home. Is there a kit? No, Devious kit takes it. This is gonna be very, very close. That swing is gonna put it just on the wire. Is it gonna work? Do they get it? Yes, you do. A dive with 0.01 left. You know he was sweating bullets.
Oh my goodness, I thought that slight bit of hesitation was going to be the demise right there. But they walk away from that round in an incredible retake on the Hey Bomb side of dive. That is exactly the start you're hoping for, but the answer back here is scary. Granite Gaming, it's 5 rifles, 2 of which are AKs in this round. That is terrifying. Good news is you've invested quite a bit in the rifles of your own here, so it can be a very easy way to hold on to the economic advantage and, maybe grab yourself a lead once again.
That's what you're hoping for. We've seen it work once before. You can't let yourself get caught out early. Again, not too much utility. The only one with full utility, I believe, is Maddie, who is currently sectioned over on that banana. So yeah, this is the one that you don't want to be in just yet. Lady Marmalade goes ahead, backs up. Marcus is able to find one on the arch play. This might be the call, because remember, Abdi is the one with the bombs, so banana was just a little bit of a bait, but guess who was looking the wrong way? Excella finds Abdi looking the wrong way.
Start right there. A freebie given over. Back and forth here into the B execution. One defender left in the top of triple. And it's just a simple 1-for-1 right there as they find effective trading. Granite Gaming able to catch off Maddie. And there's no CT smoke, but they don't need it because they have the weaponry advantage in some of these cases. And MP9 swinging in towards CT just gets deleted. And now you have to make the tough decision. There's no kits under your belt right now, and Hyjin and Excella getting ready to execute, or at least re-execute into that B bomb site. Molly goes in, and I think Excella, you have to retreat. You have to fall off far away from the site here because there's no realistic chance that you can win this.
Well, at least you can damage the economy. That's what they're hoping for, but Marcus swings and hits. Excella is down. With 2 alive moving in, the big gamble paid off for Granite Gaming. They go ahead and take their 9th. And don't allow the side of a dive to start stacking up that money. Well played by this 3-man setup, not letting any more members of a dive get some free econ. Taking a look at the inventory, Canary working with very, very limited weaponry. Is going to be the utility belt for the team, and this is going to be a hard push. You don't check. PX Lime takes one with the Deeg. Ludwig and Lady Marmalade each take one as well. They'll put a dive on a little bit of a back foot as they are going to chance this peek in the mid. The shots go out. Damage done to both sides.
Nicely done. Good damage so far here. It's really interesting the position Canary's got himself stuck into at the moment. Ready with the flank. Cleared out most of A, but here's this flank down middle. I think that should turn some attention. You can see that Abdi's walking in ready for this. Nicely done. Good comms coming through from the side of Granite. Should really secure themselves. A stranglehold on this early game. Excella, though, delivers a kill through the smoke. They are going to hang about, looking to keep them in these positions on the B bomb site, but a nice kill from Ludwig will alleviate some of that pressure, will allow them to make that safe exit in through the banana side of things. Excella sticking about, maybe hoping for a gun to blow in their direction.
This is going to be a little bit... Inside, it looks like Excella's actually going to save the pistol over. Not something that we always see. Might have been the shields is what you're looking at, right? The armor that you want to hang on to. It will be enough. Granite Gaming sitting with a fat set of money. Marcus sitting on the lower end. But it'll be another save. Granite Gaming should come out to 11 here as a dive. Going to be pondering their next move here, right? We've seen them go on the full offensive. We've seen them go on the defensive as well. And neither has yielded amazing results. So, hoping to pick up a weapon or two here. Maybe be able to save over. Other than that, though, it will be Ludwig going ahead and finding Excella's head.
They start right there up against the pistol players here. A couple Deagles in line as well. Ready to peek down towards middle. Oh, this is such a great position from Ludwig. Free farming on to Lookie. Angles being held here. It's very slim, but they line up for him. Ludwig having a field day here. There's still one more hanging about. Flash being set up. Going to go a little wide, but Ludwig cleans up nonetheless. An ace for him. Easy as you like right there.
Yeah, eco rounds are always the ones that you enjoy, kind of pressing up and saying, hey, let's pad the KDA a little bit. You know what? Yes, those 5 kills came very, very easily, but that still puts him at 24, right? He is so happy right now. Almost at a 30 bomb already. But a dive now with full weapons and half utility. They're going to try their best. This is a 2-3 split once again. Flanking over towards that shelter over on A with one up above. Lookie is going to be the one to watch for. Spotted out here is going to be Lady Marmalade, seeing that there's only one really holding about. Looking wide. Lookie is going to get spotted out. Unfortunately, can't get much up above, but Excella is able to follow up. Takes out 2. Huge win for a dive here as they look to try and reclaim a little bit of presence on the map.
He's going to be able to take care of PX Slime here. And Hygiene will close things out.
Very, very nice play overall. And a diver going to go ahead and hold off on Granite Gaming getting a little bit further ahead. Right, this is what they're working towards. And we now see, once again, the full purchase out. Canary buying up a little bit late. Granite Gaming, again, full utility. This is going to be their chance to move up to 12. Depending on how hard they want to push, and that's Lady Marmalade's thinking twice. As great molly placements means a dive have completely quarantined that area off. Lady Marmalade eats 2 HEs in the back. He's not going to take the chance. They know that the utility has all been spent. And all they want to do is try and press forward. Instead, they go ahead back off. They're going to regroup and try their chances amid. Again, only smokes to the side of a dive if they want to try and hold off on a plant situation.
Going through this smoke is a risky move here. Waiting for the utility to land first, though, is the attacking side. Excella again in a prime position. So much damage. Actually, it's a team kill, but able to turn around here. One's still hanging about. It's Hygiene that goes down in mini pit. So much damage delivered from the CT side. But a dive, I'm not sure if they're fully aware of the damage they've done, or if they even want to attempt to try and retake this. The A-bombs like Crossfire is so lethal, and so PX Slime and Maddie off to the races to save.
Yep. Well, at least for one, Maddie's still looking at it. Maddie's just like, maybe I can find someone, or maybe not, but still, very, very well done by Granite Gaming. This fast-paced play style has kind of yielded results every so often. They mix it up as well. And oh, all right. Well, I spoke a little bit too soon as a dive find 2 on the back end on the exits. Ludwig's also gonna fall. I think that kill came out after, actually before, as Maddie is sitting on 4,900. So Granite Gaming were knocked down a few pegs. A dive gonna feel good about that little reinitiation. A dive hoping to get to the double digits. Granite Gaming just want to be able to close out this game.
Yeah, they're going for it. It's a lot of invested into this round, and you can see not too much to show for it other than a couple of those saved rifles. Lucky in aggressive position. Need to find an opening advantage somehow. Legend, I'm sure, doesn't want to go too risky. What? What on earth was that? How do you even find an opener like that? It looked so good. So smart from Ludwig not to peek around the corner, not to overextend. But still, just too far, giving Lucky too many chances to find that kill. Unbelievable.
That feels unfair, right? Lucky ate like 4 bullets to the wall and 1 takes out Ludwig. Ludwig's just mad now. He is mauling. But we are going to see the rest of Granite Gaming go ahead and try and push in. And this has been their bread and butter. Push as a squad, get the early frags, and push out. The question is, can they clear the backside? Canary is taken out by 1. In the smoke is the plan, but Abdi is able to clear out that corner. So now, going back for the replant. Again, in a 3v2. This does favor Marcus, who's hiding off on the wings, and that's the spray down. Marcus gets 1. Lucky takes Abdi to the chest. You know you're not really going to win this one, so it's all hands on deck in construction. Lucky is definitely not looking to try and take that defuse. Just really wants to try and find 1 more kill. Isn't going to find it as he books it to safety. Granite Gaming will take a 13th as a dive are stalled out at 9.
Oof, what a big round to win. Nice that Lucky can hold on to the AWP, though. That's a big silver lining here. Gives them a bit to work with in this next round. I wonder what they're going to have in store to have Lucky try and close this next one out, because he's going to be doing the most of the heavy lifting here. He's the only one with the primary rifle as of right now. 4K in reserves, could drop over another rifle if he so chooses, but I think they're just going to go for the eco here. And that's the case. Lucky, I'm sure, is going to go aggressive with the op. He's heading in towards mid, and maybe a peek down middle is in order here.
Just enough, as Lucky says, yep, I'll take your advice, Exner, and take a peek. Takes out Lady Marmalade, and PX Lime is able to find Canary off the back end. Granite Gaming going, what the heck? That was not in the game plan. And no one's hiding in the corner on Banana. Can they flush him out? That's the question. Double nade out back. Doesn't really find more than a little bit of chip. And it is going to be over on Arch, though. Marcus hiding in the smoke. Maddie now around the corner. Is he going to be spotted? Marcus, 50-50 chance. Wait, do you look? You look the right way. Marcus takes the kill.
Oh my, best part about it, he looked both ways right there. He gave himself 100% odds with how quick that headshot came through. Nicely done. The issue is there's still 2 defenders ready to meet this A side here. You can see that they got a lovely crossfire in the pit positions. It's Deagles looking to hold off this attack, and a reposition as well coming through in towards Big Pit, Mini Pit as well.
Oh, Excella, though. 1 shot is enough to stall them out. Abdi is able to take a Hyjin, and Abdi takes out 2, so it's now down to a 2v2. For all the work that Excella put in, it's still a fair chance at a take. Granite Gaming want to put themselves on 14. They want to be able to put themselves at a good point. And Marcus finds PX Lime looking the wrong way. Such a huge frag. Looking with an op. This is not optimal to be in. It's going to be a cheeky look. Remember, no one's actually on site, and this is going to look. This is going to take so much time. Lucky is wondering where the heck they are. You know that you have to be there, and look at the wrong way. Abdi gets the wraparound. Granite Gaming, with some amazing tactics, are able to put a 14th on the board, 1 away from match point.
Yeah, I mean, in that 2v2 with such low HP, both players knew they had to be proactive. Both players knew they had to catch backs turned. And that's exactly what both of them do as well. You couldn't have asked for that to be any betterly played from Granite Gaming as they look to continue this. They're getting very close to closing this one out in clean fashion here, but lovely start. They know that Lady Marmalade's hanging about towards the log side of things. All they have to do is wait for the smoke to fade away. Oh my god, Maddie blended up by the flashbang, and Lady Marmalade goes down. What an absurd round so far.
Not the worst not the most exciting that we see, but definitely up there, as that was a spray and a half swinging at the head level. You like to see that happening. Granite Gaming are going, yeah, okay, they might have won this one for them. Question is, can they take anyone with them? Remember, a dive are looking for a little bit more. Canary sings a tune, and Excella loses their head. Ludwig and Canary gonna look to try and do a bit more damage. And once again, you know, Ludwig sitting on 23 has been a phenomenal player thus far. You need to tag team this. You need to be able to split a dive a little bit more and need these shots to land. As Arch is going to be played around the corner, looks the wrong way at the wrong time. PX Lime finds Ludwig now.
What a big find right there still, though, Canary. And there's 1v3. Not for long, though. A dive. Clean closer right there. As they're able to find themselves double digits finally. Money's not in the best of positions, surprisingly enough, for Granite Gaming. So onto a bit of an eco here for this one, at least a half buy with maybe some utility invested Tech 9s as well. Armor in the boot. And they're looking to maybe do some damage here. Maybe get a bomb plant. But as for likelihood of closing this round out, I don't give them the best odds. We'll see what they can do, though.
There's always a chance. Always a high chance. And of course, Granite Gaming, wondering if their chances are going to be good here. A little bit of a rundown. PX Slime says, hey, found one. How many more are going to come around the corner? Matty goes, we'll see. We'll see. PX Slime takes 4. Is going to be 4 of a kind for PX Lime. The dive taken 11th. It is well spotted. Granite Gaming, of course, sitting on a little bit of a rough buy. They should have the full weapons, won't have the utility. As they look once again to make their mark. Keep in mind, Granite Gaming, they're playing to retain their spot of 4th place. A dive looking to move up from their 6th place.
Great point here. And it's one of those situations where pressure put firmly in both camps, though, here. But look, no pressure at all, it seems. Finding that opening frag, going so very proactive here, has been a great factor for a dive finding their footing here in the second half with the AWP. Does it once again.
Ludwig is down. Look, he takes out another. Lady Marmalade will not be allowed to play this round. Abdi, though, is still up and available. And Canary, once again, the bird just flitting around, finding frags left and right. And Marcus finds one as well. So just like that, it swips all around. With 3, Granite Gaming have found it, but Maddie was ready. Marcus is taken out. Now down to a 2-on-2. And HP is looking fairly good. Molly to zone out that library sent. Now another Molly all the way around. Gonna lock out that site. But a good hide down in pits. It's gonna call into question where Granite Gaming are. A dive. Need to sprint it out. Nice Molly, almost to flush out Canary. But they're holding fast. A dive. Gotta push it. Oh,
Time's so limited. I think Lucky knows the result of this round, knows the finishing scoreline of this one, because it's going to be 15 gather for Granite Gaming, and it just goes to show how hard that A bomb site is to retake. You never really got an access point with the crossfire that was being held out from Granite. Solid stuff from them again. It's this time Abdi and Canary that can do the work in the 2v2 and just close things out in such a really tough situation. I believe that round was a 5v3 at one point as well.
Oh man, it's down to the wire. A dive. Thankfully have enough to full buy out. Everything is there. All hands on deck to give it one last hurrah. Spray down might be coming about, though, as Marcus says we ain't playing. Takes 2 to town, and that is a dive, losing very quick control of this B site. It's going to come down to Excella, who can't. Marcus takes an op to their face. Oh, we thought a dive were going to put up a fight, but Granite Gaming take it home. That's going to be the plant and immediate rotate out as they should. Marcus takes a 4th, and now he's looking for that ace. That will be Lady Marmalade finishing it off at 16-11. Granite Gaming going ahead and securing their 4th place spot here in the Swedish Prime League.
I mean, Marcus, what a crazy round to close right there. I mean, 4 kills. You're just running it down with a MAC-10 in towards the B bomb site and even in towards CT spawn. That is an absurd way to close right there. And, you know, it has to feel good for Granite knowing that they solidified their position nice and comfortably. No questions asked. A great showcase from them as well. And it just shows that it's a well-deserved victory.
Yeah, I love to watch it. And again, a dive still within the running for the playoffs. Remember, this was mostly for seeding overall, and we'll probably get to see them even further down the road. Again, hopefully, in the best of 3 scenarios, that'll be a whole different game changer to all of these teams who have been playing best of 1s for about 9 weeks now. So keep in mind, next week, I believe, will be those playoffs. That'll be really, really fun to watch. But with that, we'll go ahead and send it back to Hyperflop to break down that last game of the day, and that'll be the last you see of us here for today. My name is Ordo. With me is Exner, and thank you so much for tuning in to us casters.
Thank you so much to our casters. They've been doing an incredible job throughout the day and throughout everything for now. But looking at this, Granite Gaming coming in looking so incredibly well at the end of this match, where Dive is slowly falling off as soon as they got over to the CT side. Not looking too clean on this one. Where Granite Gaming, like, I know it was close. It was a close match in the beginning of the CT and T side, where Granite was not having the strongest CT side, but they are definitely the ones to put out more highlighted plays. Like, they know how to make highlights for sure. This is Counter-Strike at a prime. Like, they're showing they can actually make these highlights compared to where that was like, they were lagging a little bit on the highlights. They're not like showing up, making these amazing plays compared to what Granite was doing. And Abdi was one of the guys who were showing up a lot, making these plays, making these impact frags work for him, and doing it in style at the same time. And that is one thing that needs to be pointed out. He shows up, doing what he does best, fragging out, and on top of that, I would say Marcus is doing a great job too. He was showing that he has potential to go in there, do a lot of damage. In the last round too, you saw him like just moving up, MAC-10 in hand, just taking out 3 kills in his favor, and just looking so great. And we have an interview here just after we're looking at some of the replays here with Abdi, and I want to see how what he thinks about this tournament and what he's expecting going into these playoffs, and looking super strong too. So I'm looking forward to hear what he thinks on that one. But looking at these plays even more, like the sniper from Ludwig looking so clean too, hitting so many shots where you're just like thinking you shouldn't hit those shots, but he does. And this is again showing that they want to stay in this. They want to keep on pushing forward and bring this to their fight, and just say we still have something to say here. We're not totally out yet, so just look for it, look at us, pay attention to us, or you get executed. And this is what they're showing right here. And this is, again, Inferno, it's not an easy map to be played. Like, there's so many things that can go so wrong and so right at the same time, depending on how you're feeling going into this match. Granted, taking that into the advantage, just played against Lemon Dogs right before this one too, so they were warmed up. Depending, like, it all depends on how their mood is going into this. Do they have the motivation and all that jazz? But right now, like, going onto the seaside, they were looking so strong and taking this one home for them. And wow, congratulations to them, because look, it definitely looked great. But I've just been told that Abdi is here. How you doing? Oh, I can't hear you right now.
Nice.
There you go. Now I can hear you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. We are definitely good after this match. So I'm blessed. I'm totally honest.
I can definitely tell you played one hell of a game. Like, these small lurks playing close up on Banana just paid so much off for you. Like, I feel like you played that better than I could imagine. And you guys have been having a little bit of a rough time in this tournament, and some good times. Like, how do you guys deal with this?
Actually, we had many roster changes actually this season, and that's one of the problems we had. And I think now for hopefully we are going to be ready for next season and work from our mistakes we have done this season. So we take match by match and step by step.
I'm glad to hear that. Are you gonna stick to this roster for now, or do you have a fear of the roster may change at some point?
We will make some roster changes. At the moment, we are just a mix. Hopefully, for next season, we are a 5-man roster. So, yeah, we'll be much stronger actually. Have time
I'm
to
looking
practice.
forward to that. I'm looking forward to you guys having a grounded team, because you're definitely showing potential that you can actually be one of the top dogs in the Swedish league, for sure. And
100%. And
definitely
that's our main option.
But how are you looking going into playoffs now? Like, what are your expectations? Are you feeling ready to do this?
Yeah, of course. We want to take next match, and we take, as I told you before, we take match by match, and yeah, we are ready.
Who scares you the most?
No one, actually.
No one?
We have some favorite teams, but I think we can do good results against good teams as well. So we take match, as I told you, we take match by match. So.
Indeed, but thank you so much for talking to me, and well played, and congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you a lot. You too.
Wow, yeah, as Apti says, like, the roster changes has hurt them quite a bit, which is always a struggle on a team, but as he says, going into the next season, they are gonna have a 5-man roster who's gonna stick through it and actually just play game by game, as he just said. This is how we do it. Focus on that, learn a lot from the season, and just bring it all into the next one and seeing how much potential they have. Because, as I said, there's nobody that scares him, like, thinking about this. Even though we have X-Gamer, who just went 9-0, and I felt like they are the most scary ones to go up against. But if he says, they don't scare me, that's just how it is. So, I feel like if they can actually do this, fair enough. I want to see them improve. I want to see them go back in there and do what they can do best. But that's all we had for you guys tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I see you guys next time.
There's no shortcut, no cheat code. All you got is you and the grind. And the whole army of randoms trying to stop you. Trying to be better than you. Trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.